Creepy floorboards and eerie dark mist. Grab your camera and document this. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the wrong side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the wrong side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your AirPods and your K2s or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the wrong side. The icy air touches your neck. You feel like screaming, but you stay in check. All rising up to take the magical flight. You can't believe what's happening tonight. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the wrong side. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the wrong side.
Hello out there. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hello.
Howdy.
Ooh, Susan's using her radio voice. So what's going on? Let's see who's joining us. Janice, hello. Oh, let's see. Hey, Michael, how's it going? Nice to see you. I think that's all we got for now until everybody says, oh, wait, they're going on.
Yes.
So what have you guys been up to?
Oh, Lord. Do you really want to know?
Yes, let us have it.
So the reason why I'm wearing my sunglasses is A, it's really light in this room, but B, I went to my dentist this morning and thinking I am getting a regular cleaning. I leave the dentist office. I'm like, wait a minute. My eyes are like very itchy. What's going on with my eyes? I go in the restroom and they're like, pshh.
What the heck?
Yes. And part of my lip was swollen. So I go there and they're like, oh my God, I have to take you to urgent care. Oh my God. So I go there. They're saying I have an allergic reaction to something. And I was like,
Sounds like it.
the only thing I'm thinking of is maybe the cleaning solution on the glasses.
Oh, yeah.
But then they did x-rays and they put this contraption in my mouth, but it was covered by like a plastic. So I don't know if it was that. But I was like, holy moly. So it's still, they gave me a prescription of cream and cold compresses. So I'm doing that, but it's still, they're still a little swollen.
Wow. Well, your lip looks good.
Well, I was just going to say, I never need to get lip filler because one thing or another, my lips are always swollen. So there we go.
Oh, my God. Trying to think of what the heck. I don't know. What do you think, Bill?
It was right in my eyes where the glasses were. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, because so, I mean, they must use like ammonia or something to clean. That's what I was thinking. Like, what do they use? Like Cavicide? Wonder if it's the Cavicide that she's allergic to.
Well, Tessa said it could be the gloves, but she didn't. Once the glasses went on, she didn't touch my face.
No way. Yeah, it must be something that they they probably had the gloves or the glasses on the counter or whatever, and then you
Yeah.
pick something up.
Right.
That's messed up, man.
It
Yeah,
is. And then it was
is.
part of my lip too. I was like, what? Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Weird.
So I was running around this morning getting the cream on. My eyes looked all funky and everybody was wondering what I was doing.
And that's what that screaming was that we heard.
Susan, did you take the glasses off or did they take them off for you?
I took them off.
Yeah, see, then I was gonna say, so if you took them off, then maybe you touched your lip because you touched the glasses, then touched your lip.
Yep.
Those
On
transfer
my
things, so.
eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, that's yeah, it must have been some sort of clean because they wiped down. So when I worked for a dentist office, I used to be a general manager at a dental office as well, and we used to do what's called turning the room. After a patient was there, you'll go ahead and sterilize the entire room, and we used like Havicide and ammonia, and we'd spray everything, and then we would wipe the glasses down too. So that's all I can think of too, is that you had an allergic reaction to that
But
stuff.
the glasses were just like a thin film. I would think those were disposables, no?
Oh, really?
No?
So, yeah, like almost like the 3D glasses you used to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like a thin film. But the frame, I don't know.
Right.
It was weird. It was very weird.
Yeah, like it came right from were they cardboard, like a cardboard? Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. See, at my dentist office, they don't have those. They have like actual safety goggles.
Or something. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. This
They
was like
sterilize them.
it was like a red film glasses, but the frame was plastic.
Okay, yeah.
It was weird. Yeah.
Were they in a package or were they on the counter just on their own?
They were on the counter. She didn't take them out of a package.
So
Yeah,
maybe you're
okay.
right. Maybe they did. They wiped down with the Cavicide and it got on the glasses and then it got on her face.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think too.
Yeah. Hey, Cheza, sweetie, how you doing?
It was crazy. And then it didn't get, and then I was like, okay, I need to go to Chipotle now. I need something to eat. So I go there and I get back to my office and they open it up and it was the complete wrong bowl. And it had spices on it. So I was like, how am I going to eat this with my lips?
Yeah.
So it was just not a good day for me. It wasn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was.
Especially without biting your lip too. Like,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Like,
it
yeah,
was
it feels
crazy.
huge and it's always
Yeah.
in the way. And
Yep. So now it's like this is swollen, and then this is swollen. I just have to have this swollen, and I'm good.
Yeah.
Because then it'll look like I have lip filler.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
big, beautiful, pouty lips.
Yeah.
So I think I was telling you guys on when we were last together, I think Saturday, maybe it was, but like, so I'm like highly allergic to cats, and
Mm-hmm.
my cat, like, so I'm used to ours now, and I'm used to
Mhm.
cats actually, but still though, when she does, because they have like those pheromone spots in their heads and stuff,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
when they rub on you, they're like putting their scent on you, and they secrete out of their heads and on their and stuff like that. So what she'll do sometimes still is she'll like rub on my she likes to rub her on my beard thing,
Mm-hmm.
and she'll get my lip, and my lip will swell up really fat from
Oh.
that like pheromone thing that she does. And
Wow.
and I feel bad because she's purring, and I love her, and I'm like, you gotta stop, Kitty, you gotta stop. And she's like, showing her love. And when she does that, she rarely ever does that. So I feel bad, but I don't want her to do that because I know I'm gonna swell up. So I know
Yeah,
exactly
right.
what you're talking about when you get that, like and then like you go to eat and like you're like, hey, you're like,
Yeah, the big lip.
yeah, and then you like
Mhm.
you eat your lip, and it's like now it's all like
Yeah,
got a chunk missing out of it. Yeah, so
Hey, Cree. Hey, Al. Hey, Carla. What's up going on? I thought you were coming on. Let me know.
yeah. By the way, let me say hello to Michael. Michael, just so you know, that supercharged cars, that's me. I don't know if you-
Oh,
yeah, you guys, that's
I said
me.
hello.
Yes. So hi, Susan. And
Right,
Al,
Supercharge.
and Janice and Cheza everybody, Creed
Miss
and
Jenna.
Carla. And yes, so I'm saying hello to everybody. So I tried to sign in, and
Okay, Carla.
it signs in with my other Microsoft account. So I have another YouTube channel that Supercharged is my first YouTube channel. Is like 1,500 subscribers on there.
Wow.
And I kind of abandoned that channel because I used to do like Hot Wheels and Matchbox and stuff collecting on that one. And then I stopped doing it, and then I started doing, this channel I dedicated to now. But so that's that one. So hi, Michael. He said hi to me on that one. So and Laura,
right.
did you notice it has a wrench on it when I said hi? I'm gonna post a comment on here. Watch this. I wonder if it still has a wrench on it. Watch. Let's see. Look! It says hi 3 times. Does it say that for you on your end?
Yep, and then the first one has
does.
the wrench, and the other ones don't.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
So
I only
don't know.
typed that once, but it looks like I'm saying hi 3 times.
So funny.
Yeah,
You're stuttering. That's all.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, Carla, I forget the time difference. So yeah, Carla's going to join us as soon as she gets home.
Well, she's coming on?
So yeah, she's coming on.
Oh, no way. That's going to be awesome.
She misses us.
Oh, cool. Good. I get to ask her about her guitar. Her guitar.
Yeah.
I know
says
that
the
was a
bill-
beautiful guitar, wasn't it? That she
Yeah, it's a
posted.
Schecter Demon. Those are about
Yeah.
$500-$600. Those ones.
Beautiful.
Nice.
I think she's got active EMGs in it too. I'm gonna have to ask her all this stuff. See,
Okay, so we know what we're looking forward to,
guitar
which
talk,
will be total.
and
Yeah, there you go, guitar talk. Yeah, I totally
guitar
have no
talk
idea.
and coffee talk.
Mhm.
So, and Bill's loaded for bear. He's got the thermos, so.
Yeah.
So it's, all right, this weather, Bill. Are you guys floating up to your eyeballs like we are?
Well, I
with
just want to let you
rain?
know the lumber has been ordered for the Ark.
Okay.
Yes.
Because
And what-
same here. Just never
I'm
ending.
I'm looking up the measurements in the Bible because they didn't go by they go by cubits in
You're
the
right.
Bible. So that's what I'm
Right.
going by. Cubits, and that's like 40 foot or something. 1 cubit is 40 feet or something. So that's what I'm
God,
going
I
by.
have no idea. Never looked it up.
That's
Never
Yeah,
looked
that's
it
what
up.
it's something like that.
Yeah.
So it's bad, dude. It's like I walked out to go get a hacksaw to like alter my. It doesn't matter what I did, but anyways, and I walked back into the house and I said to my wife, I go, it's like a rainforest out there.
Mm-hmm.
All we need is like monkey sounds outside, like monkey and like bird, like tropical bird noises, and it would be like a rainforest. Because I can't cut my grass. All of a sudden, it got like 1 foot high out there.
Yeah, that's what ours looks like.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All the dandelions are like almost 2 feet high, and you can't do anything because everything's soaking wet.
Mm-hmm.
Al's got a carving. Dude,
Yeah,
I
that's what
remember
I just
in the 80s when I first heard of those, I worked at a music store and I was like, a carving. And and they're like I don't think they even make a bolt-on neck. They're all neck throughs. Super awesome guitar, dude.
Yeah. I have no idea what the hell you're talking
I'm a green-eyed monster right now.
about. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Killer
To make it
guitar.
even worse, Al, is you'll have to send him a picture of it.
Do you have a like floating drum on it or like a Floyd Rose? Yeah, you got a Kiesel. Oh my gosh. Do you watch Steve Terryberry? He's like sponsored by Kiesel. Jim Kiesel.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
He says we're all awesome, but he's falling asleep. Oh, well, pinch yourself, man.
Understand. Wait, Ryan, what are you trying to say?
That we're boring him into slumber.
I know. Dude, I get it. I've been on the
started.
Laura show too much lately.
Why not? Just get
Laura-
it out there.
Laura asked me, what was it, Saturday when I was when I'm on Susan's show,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, "Well, I had another cancellation. You want to come on?" I'm like, "Dude, you sure? I think people are getting a little tired of me."
Why not? Well, yeah, the poor lady had to cancel on me, so hopefully I can get her scheduled for June because May is pretty full. So
Oh, Ryan has a new baby, dude.
Yeah,
say no
yeah.
more.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Um,
What's Chesa say?
Cheza, you watch Stevie T? Did you see Stevie T's the one with Joe Rogan? It's like maybe a couple weeks old. Oh, so hilarious. So sorry, you guys, Laura and Susan. These are like some inside talk we're having right now.
Oh, I say
So
bye now.
so friggin' funny that one episode. I was laughing so hard. And the pick up a pancake is like classic. I showed my kids that pickup. We once in a while still talk about pick up a pancake.
Yeah, she said
That's-
yes.
Yeah. It's cool when you like you reminisce with a stranger. And it's like an
So it's-
oxymoron, but yeah.
Well, Chesa has a guitar too that she got. I don't know
Yes,
what it is.
floating trem with piezo pickup. Oh, cool. And so it could sound like an acoustic, active, non-active pickups. So Al, would you pay for that? About what? $2,000? Oh, yeah, my
Angie
friend.
and Shane, hello.
Hello. I love acoustic. I just love the way it sounds.
Yeah, see his guitar, his is an electric, but he can make it sound like an acoustic, which is awesome. So it's wicked
Yeah.
versatile. Yeah. So I got a really nice Takamine 12 string. I don't have it out right now. But
12 string.
yeah,
Wow.
right here I have a Mexican telly right here.
Have you been playing, Bill?
I haven't been playing a lot, like I just been super busy, but this is a Mexican Strat right here, and actually I have an American
Wow.
Stratocaster, and this one was about $900, and I actually like this. I prefer this over my American Stratocaster.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Al said he paid $1,000 back in 2000.
Oh, actually, that's pretty good, man. I can remember back in the '80s that Carvin hanging there was about $2,000. That was back in like 1988, something like that. It was super expensive, but they're all like handmade. So
Hopefully he plays it. At least get your money's worth out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all guitars are handmade. It's just how long it takes to be made. So yeah, that's awesome, man.
See, Michael says he's got a Hondo Hummingbird.
Yeah, dude, my brother, his first guitar was a Hondo. It was a Hondo Strat lookalike. Yeah, Hondos are actually a Japanese made guitar.
Hmm.
Huh, interesting. Janice, thanks, Janice.
I know. So Janice, just so you guys know, usually Laura, and sorry Susan, like I don't mean to hijack the show, but I have a motor mouth and I'm sorry. So
It's
Usually-
usually we got to do.
yeah, usually it's like, paranormal and I don't know. There's
We throw some of that into whatever. somebody
Yeah,
can put
whatever.
something.
We talk
Ask the
about
questions,
that. Yeah.
we answer it.
But usually,
Al
like-
said he had a Mexican. I had a ad
a Mexican better than American. Yep.
American.
See, he likes the Mexican one better than the American. I mean, I do love the
That's
American
funny.
one, but the Mexican
What's the
one I
difference
just like.
though?
Well, so the Mexican Stratocaster is made in Mexico. The American Fender Stratocaster is made in the American Fender shop. So it's
But is there a
It's
difference
made-
as far as playing or sound?
Yeah.
Or,
well, yeah. I mean, the American is made with better materials. It's made by it's made by the woods are better. Technically the paints are better, and it's made by an American rather as opposed to that's not like so it's made by a person that's paid more technically, and it's made in the Fender custom shop. Now,
okay.
as opposed now the Mexican ones they have like their own shop too down in Mexico, as opposed to like the cheaper Fenders that are made like in China, that are like mass produced and like hammered out day by day.
Right.
But I think the Mexican one plays better, and I
Hmm.
actually really like the sound better, actually, because I'm a heavy metal player, and I think it sounds like heavy metal better, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Angie and Shane says my son's got an original '98 Hammer. Is that what that
Hamer.
is?
Hamer. Yeah.
Hammer?
I had a
Okay.
Hamer too. Great guitars. Yep. I love Hamers. I had a Hamer.
He said his Mexican had the Paranormal Mojo on.
It sounded great. Yeah.
There you go.
So he must have got rid of it. So right now, I think I've got only about 12 guitars, but like there was a point where I had too many, and I had to thin the herd.
He had to thin the herd. Oh no. Angie
Yeah.
and Shane says, speaking of paranormal and guitars, we've been on 2 residential cases, and the first evidence we got was flipping the strings. Isn't that cool?
Oh
That's
wow!
cool.
Yeah, that's
Huh.
amazing.
If you got that on recording, that's cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that'd be neat.
That would be awesome to see. Yeah.
So
I never thought of that. That's pretty cool
yeah,
to interact that way through
Hello,
instruments.
Ian.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is. Ian says, I miss my Gibson Nighthawk stupid divorce. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh no.
So what happened, Ian? Did you have to like
Gibson.
liquidate? She didn't get it, obviously. Or
Is she getting a divorce or
she probably had to like they probably had to like liquidate all their assets and then split the money. That's probably what happened. Or like he
Could
had
be.
to like he needed money. That's probably what happened. But
It's like
so
a guy
I've
I
never-
know that got divorced. He lost his Kubota
his tractor.
lawnmower. Yeah,
Oh,
tractor in the
Kubota?
divorce. He kept it. I think, are you kidding me?
So long story, gotcha. Say no more, dude.
Okay.
So I've never had a Gibson. Let me tell you a quick story about Gibson, and let me work my way up with Epiphone. Never liked them, right? So I have an Epiphone Futura sitting over here, and it's the Explorer style. And I was at a music shop, and the guy that I know, he owns it, and I said, his name is Mark, and I said, Mark, Big Apple Music, Laura. And
Oh Lord.
so I'm good friends with Mark, and he treats me really well. So I said, Mark, you got anything? What do you got in the back? You got anything? Anybody just traded in? Anything cool? Anything? He's like, I got something for you. He comes out with this Epiphone Futura, and I go, as soon as I saw Epiphone on the headstock, I went, oh, it's like I don't like Epiphone. He goes, just try it. And it had EMGs in it, and these guys who are guitar players, they know what EMGs are. And I plugged it in and I played it, and I fell in love with it. And that's my number one. So anybody who knows what a number one is, who's a guitar player, that's like what you always pick up. That's what you always play. That's what you always plug in. So I just love that guitar now. And like, that's what I always play. So now I would love to get a Les Paul. So that's what I would love to get now. So
Right.
yeah, I have a Mesa Boogie. Well, I used to have a Mesa Boogie, but I ended up selling it. Sweet, dude. Yeah.
What a name, Mesa Boogie.
Yeah. A
What
buddy
you
of
got,
mine had a
Mesa
Mesa Boogie bass amp.
You got a tissue? I have a Mesa Boogie.
They're all over my face. I have a Mesa Boogie.
Let's see. We have found we get way better responses by non-traditional methods: books, guitars, pianos, children's books, red solo cups, and ping pong balls. I've heard people talk about using the red solo cups.
Yeah,
That's
I used a small when I went on the investigation, my last investigation with Victor, we used a small like the small bathroom cups.
Yeah.
Like the
like the Dixie cups?
The Dixie
Yeah.
cups, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We use those.
And boy, are they cheaper. Yeah, that's the way to go.
Mhm.
Just use what you've got.
Mm-hmm.
Not for nothing. If any spirit or entity or whatever you want to call it is going to interact, it's going to interact with everyday items. Not, you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on all of these fancy lights and whistles.
Yeah,
and whatever.
especially Laura, especially like when you don't have hundreds of dollars, right? Like
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly.
Also, let's be clear on this channel. Just like if I were doing when I was doing my live show, we're all about like, you know, promoting like these folks in the chat. So like Angie and Shane McLean, do you know them, and do they have a channel? Do you guys know them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yep.
So
Yeah, they were on my show. Our show.
okay, sorry guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just want to make sure I'm like trying to promote everybody, and like if they have a channel, just go support anybody you can, and like
Yes.
that's kind of like what I'm like big into, and like, you know, Susan and Laura, we're all about. That's kind of like why we're doing the threesome today, and maybe we'll make like a one time a month we'll do this or something like that, and
Just
we need
gab
kind of
about
more of that.
whatever.
It's that non
Well,
drama
it's
thing.
give her the non-drama crap. She
Yep.
says if you take a ping pong and scratch it on your head, it causes the static electricity that irritates the presence. Oh, I think it's
Initiates.
the presence.
Initiates.
Initiates. Yeah, I gotta clean my glasses. But
Yeah. It's okay, Laura.
which is the truth. I do. There's something on them. But that's actually that's a good way to go. You know, I just bring the basic stuff. I don't bring anything else with me. Of course, I don't do a lot of residentials anymore or abandoned places. It's mostly outside cemetery stuff, and it's I don't know. I just because you don't have to deal with the living, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Laura, do you think you go more on feel nowadays now too? Just having more fun. You know, actually,
Yeah.
I don't want to use the word fun, but
It's more relaxed,
sensory.
more laid back. It's more sensory. And like I said, you bring a camera. I got the digital recorder, and I did buy a regular office bell or whatever you call it, front desk bell. You know, I didn't spend hundreds of dollars on the dead bell. I got the $6, you know,
The
regular
teacher's
bell.
bell. The teacher's
teacher's
bell.
bell.
Yeah.
and you
Yeah,
just
gotcha, yeah.
set that out there. So if anything's
Mhm.
going to play around with it, it's going to play around with it.
and how about you, Susan? What is your methods?
Basically I use myself.
Yeah, that's what
I
I
use
like.
myself. I used
Yeah.
to like I was talking to Laura, I want to go back to using the basics so I could use myself more, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I if I were to do that sort of thing, that's what I would think I would do. Like I wouldn't like maybe if I were to see like
Mhm.
because I like, you know, listening to something, but like I might put down a recorder and then later maybe listen back to it. But I would definitely debunk that because I'm a super
Yeah.
debunker. Like I would definitely
Right.
go, "Psst, that ain't nothing."
That's what I do. When I do use the recorder, I don't listen to it
Yeah.
until I get home.
Mhm.
Then
Yeah,
you get the
exactly.
good headphones on, and then you tear it apart.
Yeah, I've
You know, like the stuff that I sent you, Bill. I mean, there's, you know, that was
That was
hard
pretty
to tear
good, man.
apart.
that,
It was
but
pretty good.
but you know what? I sent that to other people. So like, listen, I'm like I said, you know me, Laura. You've said
Yep.
things to me where I'm like, I don't believe it. It's BS. But you have something there with that, and I've sent that off to other people where they're like, no, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you just really got to listen to it, and there's no explanation.
Well, it's like as plain as the giant nose on my face, and so
Yeah, you hear what it's saying, so it's
yeah.
You know,
It's
and
pretty
there's nobody
amazing.
around me. There's no way, and it was not like it was me talking. So you know,
And to be quite honest with you, I think there's a little bit of envy going on when people hear that because it's you.
it could be.
Because
I don't know.
I think so, because there's no way that Laura could have got that. I've been doing this for 20 years, and Laura goes out one time in years, and she gets this.
Yeah, I've been doing
And
it for years
how
too.
dare she get this, and I haven't gotten this?
Right.
Well, you know what? She did. So sorry.
Just at
She
the
did.
right time and the right place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, Al. Yeah, we're doing. It's streaming in multiple places.
Mhm.
Yeah, Susan's and Laura's. Yeah.
So yeah, it was, and then, like I said, the way it sounded, like somebody was underwater, because it just had that, I don't know, that garbled underwater sound.
Ew.
That's what it sounded like to me. It's really weird.
Well, to me, it was like another realm.
Yeah,
To you,
could be.
it sounded like
Yeah.
the water thing. To me, it was like not worldly. So
Strange.
Yep.
And I still, and I still go, and actually there's another section, which I didn't mention to you, Bill, that I did hear something else, but I can't make it out. It's saying something, and it's not clear enough for me to understand the words.
And just so everybody knows, nobody knows what you and I are talking about, Laura, but so everyone knows what Laura's capabilities are. Don't take offense to this, Laura. Don't think that Laura sent me something that Laura doctored, because Laura doesn't know how to doctor stuff.
I can't doctor. The only thing I can doctor is myself.
That's right. No, Laura couldn't doctor. Yeah, Laura can maybe doctor like something with a Band-Aid, like on her son, maybe like a cut.
That's about it.
But that's about it. Laura is not a tech guru. Trust me. She couldn't be. Nobody, like if somebody said, "Well, Bill, maybe Laura's pulling the wool over your eyes." Absolutely not.
No.
Laura comes to me for the tech stuff. Trust me.
My editing skills suck.
Yeah. So like, this is not an offense thing to her. This is just like, again,
Truth.
nobody knows what the blank I'm talking about.
I always tell everybody that my editing skills they stink.
This is just more of a compliment that Laura got. And Laura, it was like three things. It wasn't one thing.
Yes. Yeah.
It was like three things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. And there's no way.
Do you know?
I have it.
I have it here.
Oh, do you?
I have it on my computer still. I don't know if you could. Can you play audio?
I don't know. Give it a try.
Well, if I shared something, you can share it, right?
I think I can.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Let me see.
I think I can. Yeah, and the thing is, you have to have headphones on to really.
Well, no, because I enhanced it.
I like to really hunker down and listen, and I pick things up really well because my hearing is very good. But yeah, I picked it up the minute I heard it when I got home. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Where were you? What was the setting like, Laura? Where were you?
I was in the old section of one of our oldest cemeteries in the area. And I was there. My husband was off somewhere else, and I was down in there by myself. And I just stood there and just had general conversation with myself, and asked some pretty basic questions, and it answered me. Because I said, well, gee, my name is Laura, and I'm here to visit and pay my respects.
Mm-hmm. And it said somebody's watching you.
So the stones all around me were from the 1800s or later. So it was the old section. And
Laura, is that in the front or in the way back?
It's in the back.
It
at
is,
the top
okay.
in the back. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go again this time. I wait for it to dry out, but all we get is rain. I'm gonna go back again and do another session, but I want to bring the bell with me just in case. Just leave it on the ground and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's three things that I picked up. Like I said, one of them is something about, it says something a home, and I can't make out the first word, but it's talking about somebody's home, or this is our home, or something. But yeah, you could pick up my name right off the bat.
Oh, remember the ones also that you asked the name and it said it. What was the name?
Yes, it said Joshua.
Yeah, Joshua. And then
Yes,
you went back. You went back and looked when you're in that area. You found
no.
Yeah, it was Joshua.
It was Joshua or Jacob. One of them.
Jacob. That's it. You're right,
yeah,
Jacob.
And the stone had the name on it.
Yes, Jacob.
In the area where I asked that question. So yeah, that was pretty freaky.
My computer is working on it. I have 6 terabytes that it's searching right now. All I typed in was Laura.
Stop stressing it out, man. You know how that works.
If I go away and you see smoke and an explosion, then my computer just shut down.
Oh man,
works. Actually, it was pretty interesting. I was doing some more research on a story for the magazine. I'm putting in some local stories this time. And I was putting in the Potato Hill story, Bill, if you remember that.
Oh, yeah. We used to call it Potato Sack Hill or something, right?
No, it's the Potato Hill
Yeah.
murder, and I put that in this month for June's issue. And I didn't realize how close that cemetery that you
That's
sent
near
me
Star.
to,
That's near Star Hill, isn't it?
it's right next to Star Hill. But the
Right.
cemetery that I went to is there.
It
And
was in the
also the
70s.
swamp. The swamp is there where the guy was hiding all of his victims.
Yes.
And apparently, what I found out that the swamp is very active. So I'm going to have to go back there.
The swamp
Yes.
itself? Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
Now that guy, he got out. He got out of prison not too like
No. He passed.
Did he? Okay. All right.
Passed in prison. Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, they couldn't let him out. Are you kidding me? He would do it all over again.
Well, you don't know, man. What? How
He had over
lenient are?
25 victims.
Yeah, but you. Well, okay. How many?
And they've over 25, and they found some of their parts in the swamp. That's where he was hiding them. The seasonal road. Nobody goes down there.
Yeah, I knew. I remember that, and I couldn't. I was when you said potato.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yep.
put him in a. Now I remember reading one where he tied him to the back of his car and dragged him down that road.
Yeah, that woman. That's how he got
Yes,
Yep.
that was one of them, right?
And yeah,
That's
that
why
was
they called it Potato Sack Hill.
He was a mechanic,
Right.
and he offered to give her a ride home, and it was her last ride. It was
Right.
awful. So
Yep.
yeah, that story is going to be in the magazine for June.
Now,
So,
from what
yeah.
I know, that seasonal road you went down is supposedly the road that he did that on.
No, but it is
No?
adjacent to it.
Is it? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Hi, Steph. How's it going? His name was Barnard Hatch.
Hatch. Yeah. Now they say that those starlights are some of those victims.
Well, see, that's what they were thinking, because on Star Hill, that's what we originally thought that light was
Well,
the spirit of some of the victim of his. But then the original story for the doctor, I discovered, and so we're thinking that no, that's not it. Who knows? It could be. Who knows?
it could be a mix. I mean, it could be like a complete portal. Well, who knows? Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, George knows somebody that grew up in that area, and he says, yeah, that they used to go down by the swamp, and it is extremely active.
Huh.
So yeah, guess where we're going.
Cool. Bring the fishing rod.
Oh God, I need to look at. I forgot. What was the time frame? That was in late 70s, early 80s, maybe.
Yes, it was late 70s when he got busted
Yeah.
or something. Yep.
Yeah. And to see the picture of the guy, oh, God, I wouldn't have gotten a car with him.
No.
But it's not swamp gas. No, it's not. Is there a swamp nearby? Wouldn't methane be more like it? Yeah. Well, I never even knew the swamp was there, to be honest.
I know. I don't know. I don't know what swamp you're talking about. Actually,
It's down the road from that cemetery that you sent me to,
okay.
apparently. So maybe that's why there was so much water. That first time when we tried to get down on the one way, you couldn't get through because it's too much water. So we went all the way around and went on the opposite end, and that's how we accessed that cemetery.
Oh, gotcha.
And that's when
Hey,
all my
Steph.
equipment went squirrely. So now I got to go back to the cemetery, and I'm going to check out and see if we can find the swamp, and then just turn on the recorder and see if I can pick up any kind of communication at all.
All right, cool.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, man. So yeah, that's I'd rather have that. I think it's more proof when you're getting an EVP than anything else, because it's so very rare when you're going to get anything on film, or if somebody's touched you or something, that's really rare. But if you could pick up a communication just by a recording, that's just, I love it. It just flips me right out. I love it.
This is ridiculous.
So, well, apparently it doesn't want to let you play it. So,
No, it's like you want Laura's proof. You're not getting it.
and actually, yeah, there was a local that wrote a book about it. I don't remember that. I think it's The Potato Hill Killer. That's the name of the book, I think. Funny is our friend Debbie, her husband was in the book, because he he actually seen what was going on because he was up
Wow.
hunting in that area. And here they see this car going up and down this dirt road really fast.
Wow.
Something dragging behind it. And then when they finally found out what it was, they're like, "Oh boy, that he got busted."
Wow, that's
How
crazy.
angry do you have to be that cruel to a woman?
I think it's more how mentally disturbed, man.
I'm thinking, what caused this kind of behavior? Was he abused by a parent, a mother, a female? Because that's who he picked on, was females.
You got to have like a demon running around inside you or something.
Oh, he must have. Well, look at the picture. Yeah, you think he did have a demon? It's scary.
What was his name, Laura?
Barnard Hatch.
Barnard or Bernard?
I think Bernard, or however you want to
Bernard, okay.
pronounce it. It's probably Bernard. Yeah, the picture comes up. You're thinking, "Whoa, I wouldn't have gotten a car with him."
Oh, wow.
And he was her mechanic. He was fixing her car,
Oh,
and he
yeah.
offered to give her a ride home.
Yep.
And
That's
that
the
was
first
it.
picture that pops right up. Utica Observer Dispatch.
Yeah, creepy, huh?
Oh, he died in 2021.
Yeah.
Boy, he's a looker, ain't he?
Yeah, that's one creepy dude.
Oh, did you see when he was that age? Like when he
was younger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's even worse looking when he was that.
Yeah, it's just. So I told George, I said, I wouldn't have gotten a car with him. And I said, that's all right. I'll walk, or somebody's picking me up.
Dude, you see the size of his hands? So this one picture, he's like sitting in a chair. His hands are massive. He looks like wow.
So I figured everybody would find that interesting. That's one of our local stories. And yeah, it's pretty creepy.
Yeah, the
He
grizzly
actually
history
has a
of
child,
Steve
too.
Brown. He had
He had a daughter as well. So
Bernard
I guess
Hatch.
she did interviews with people after the fact. She said
Jeez.
she was disgusted to be related to somebody like that. So it's kind of hard to take when you find out your father's a a criminal, and especially what he did. He was just terrible.
Elizabeth.
Hey, Pam.
Hey, Pam.
Big enough to wrap around your neck. Is
Wait,
that what she
yeah.
said? Stop asking about. He was a big
Yes,
guy.
whoever said yes, Steph. Yeah, like his hands don't match like the size of his yeah.
Right. And see, they had farmland up there, his family, so they were assuming that he had hit a lot of them on the farm. Because I think there's a car missing too that they never found. And they think that it was buried on the family farm somewhere that belonged to one of the women that were missing. And but yeah, I never knew about the swamp until last night when I was looking it up again, because I remember when that was going on. And so when I was researching it again, I go, oh, okay. I said, I got to put this in because this is an interesting story, and I think everybody will be interested in reading it.
I'm gonna do an aerial view of that and see where that pond is.
Yeah, well, when I looked it up last night, they gave two different maps because I said that was the confusion. Everybody thought it was on Star Hill, and it's not. It was further up, and it was Potato Hill. Potato Hill Road goes from Boonville all the way into Remsen.
Right. Okay.
So it cuts all the way
Remsen's across
the mountain there.
12.
Right.
Because we used to snowmobile up there all the time.
Because if you take Potato Hill, it takes you all the way. I mean, it's a long way.
Ooh, I see the pond right here. Yep, I see it right here. Oh,
right, and up to the road from the swamp is the cemetery.
There's a couple. Oh, there's a couple ponds here.
Yeah. So
sorry, Susan, you got to be bored out of your skull. Actually,
no, it's interesting.
Everybody in the
Bill, can you put up a picture of that guy?
Oh yeah. Hang on a second.
I'm curious what he looks like.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So Steph, you want to see this guy's hands?
Freaky deaky, but yeah, that's what I was talking to George today. I said that he must have been abused by his mother, and then he took out his aggression on these innocent women. Or unless he was just a sicko.
Mhm.
No.
One of
He
the
knows.
local sickos.
Let's see. All right, can you share my screen? Or like, how does that work?
I don't, to be honest with you, I don't know.
If you can't, just go into well, just type his name and then search images, and then you'll see him sitting in this chair.
Let me see. Because, yeah, I don't know. I've never shared from anybody else's thing before. Let's see.
I think you have. You've shared videos that you shared my video that I did. Remember that? So you have. Sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you showed my blooper video.
But you gotta, you have to send it to me. Or wait, here we go.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. That's right. I'm so stupid.
Yeah, you gotta
Hang
send
on,
it to
man.
me.
I'm such a dummy. Yeah, present.
Yeah, hit present. Yeah.
And then
There.
share
Woo-hoo!
screen.
You said that, and I'm looking. Holy shit! And I see long hair, and it's Carla. Hey!
Hello.
Hi.
There she is. We're waiting for Bill.
Hello.
He's sending us a creepy picture. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Here we go.
sweet. Is it me?
No,
It's not you,
about
Carla.
a serial killer in our
Okay.
area
Oh,
from the
I'm not the
70s.
creepy one. Okay.
Yeah, look
But
at
hang on
him.
a
He did
sec.
have the hands. Look at those hands.
Ugh.
Look at the size of
Wow.
them things. Is it,
Yeah, he's the guy in the sweater sitting in the chair. Yeah.
now, if somebody pulled
Now,
up
would
next to you and they're like,
Yeah.
would you
Would
be
you
like,
get in that
get in the car?
No way. No way.
So here's what he looked like when he was like an old man.
Oh.
So what are we looking at? Is he's a serial killer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
from back
like
in the
20
70s. He was a local mechanic that he abused and murdered women.
Oh, here's his
And,
car.
One of the folklores or one of the stories is that this woman had her car worked on. He offered her a
Aw,
ride
isn't he
home.
sweet?
And he ended
Isn't
up
he sweet
dragging
looking?
her behind his car for miles.
Oh my goodness.
In
Yeah,
potato like burlap sacks. So it's called Potato
I'm putting
Sack
the whole
Hill.
story in the magazine for June so you guys can read it.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Aw, how cute! He's got a little braidy little braids. Cute.
Oh yeah, he's adorable.
He's adorable.
Aw,
You're so funny,
So-
Laura.
isn't he cute?
He's a real peach.
Anyway, he's no longer with us. He died in 2021. Oh, look, a piece of rope.
Yeah. And then it was George was saying, he goes, God, he goes, can you imagine? Because that road goes for miles.
Oh,
and
that's
back
a few.
then, I don't think it was paved back then, so it was a dirt road.
Yeah.
So that's a Plymouth Fury or
even
something.
worse.
So could you
Whoa.
imagine being dragged behind a car doing about 60 on a dirt road up and down?
Nope.
Because he didn't do it just once. It was a few times.
Yeah.
Because that's when the neighbors on the road were saying, what's going on with this car? It keeps going back
We're
and forth.
grading it. We're grading the
And he-
road.
Yeah, and he's dragging something behind it. And that's when they called the cops.
Wow.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Not a great guy. So. But like I said, I didn't know about the swamp. So that I want to go and check out.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That'd be pretty cool. Miss Carla. Carla, what's been Miss Carla been up to? Everybody's been missing. You've just been
You've been
MIA.
missing me. I've been disappeared. I've been ghosted. I'm
She's
sorry you
been
guys miss
missing.
me. Things have just been I've been trying to get my schedule back and it's been difficult.
So there you
Yeah.
see, we didn't kidnap her. We didn't bump her off. She's
No, and I need to get back to making videos and trying to find time to do that. Last week I had my son all week except Thursdays. So I couldn't do anything except well, yeah. No, wait a minute. His dad took him Wednesday. So So we alternate. I have him Wednesdays. His dad has him on. No, wait. Sorry. See how messed
Yeah.
up I am?
It's okay. It's
I can't
okay.
even get my schedule. I used to have him Wednesday.
Don't
Breathe
worry.
deeply.
It's all right.
I'm flustered.
We're here for you.
Where did Laura go? She ghosted me.
I'm here.
I know. She
so-
left.
I
just
watch
in-
Mikey Thursday nights so his dad can golf. And then I get him, my weeks. And then his dad will get him on Wednesdays. So anyway, I don't have Thriller Thursdays anymore. Now I'm trying to figure it out. I was going to go live yesterday, but I didn't want to. Jeff and Dana went live and I didn't want to step on them because they were talking about their investigation and stuff. So I just held off. I went for a nice hike. It was good to get out, get some fresh
You should
air.
have lied from the hike. That would have been nice.
I tried to, I was gonna, Laura, but nobody would want to watch me breathing heavy up the hill.
You'd be surprised.
I was huffing and I made it in good time. It's 3 miles up to the summit of Mount Helena from the bottom, the 1906 trail. And then it's another 3 miles back down, but it's a lot quicker going down. But
I
did
mean, you'd
it
be
in about-
surprised. I mean, remember Crow did the fart stream for like 12 hours? I
Yeah.
think they would have enjoyed listening to you to breathing at least for an hour.
thanks, Laura. Yeah. I was huffing in some parts of it though. It's a nice incline. But I used to do it Wednesday mornings before I went to work when I worked at the vet clinic. Because I didn't work until 1:00. So in the mornings I'd go run the mountain. And then on my
Right.
lunch breaks, I would go run at the gym and did a lot of cardio. And it felt good last night to get out and do it. I took Laura with me on the way down.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was a nice night. Today it's just so hot. It's way too
Actually,
hot.
as you were walking down the trail and we're talking, I was looking in your background checking for mountain lions.
Oh yeah, no, I always look around too.
This way I could have said, Carla, run.
Yeah, I should probably carry pepper spray because you never know.
something. Yeah, that's right. You never know. Well, usually they stay away from the trails because there's too many people. But you always
Yeah.
get that one that's, got to be that little asshole and you got to come out and
Yeah,
get you from behind.
Mhm.
especially if you're out alone or something,
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yep.
Bernard Hatch.
That's
Yeah.
right. Bernard Hatch. Creepy bastard, man. What a creep. But that's what it's saying. Yeah, so that's the thing. Everybody was wondering, like I said, the Star Hill light, is that her? Or one of his victims? Or is it something else? It could be the doctor that died in the 1800s. But
Yeah.
I've never done I mean, we've been on Potato Hill Road, but I've never sat there and done any kind of investigating or anything. But I think this summer, seeing that we go up that way all the time, I'm going to check it out and
yeah.
just sit still in a certain spot and see if anything comes up. But yeah, definitely if I have the opportunity, I'm going to check out the swamp and get back to that cemetery.
That would be cool, Laura.
Well, I'd like to get the names because the stones were in such disrepair.
Yeah.
They're so worn. I would like to know. Actually, I think Bill looked it up, didn't you?
Yeah, they're on Find a Grave.
Okay.
So if you
I
type
don't
in,
know who they are.
if you go on to findagrave.com and type in that cemetery,
Right.
their graves are listed on there.
Oh, cool. Okay. Because I'd like to know who those people are. Because it's kind of odd. It's an out of the way cemetery. Just in the middle of the woods. And okay, did they bury them along when they were going through the trail or something? I would like to know what the story is. Why
Yeah.
are they there?
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
How are you
'Cause
doing,
there's no
Susan?
houses.
I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
A
It's
little
been a while
itchy, but
since-
good.
Yeah, I haven't.
She was a
talked to you in
blowfish
while.
today.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Bill, how are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about your Schecter.
Oh, I gotta go take a look at it because you mentioned something and I have no clue. But yeah, you're right. I spent about 600 on it, but I didn't go crazy because my son likes my Squire that I have in my living room, and
So you
that
gave
one
that
was
to him?
just like it just goes with my decorations in my living room. I'll show you guys. I don't usually show off my place, but See,
Ooh,
they have the
he's
whole like
hooked.
record player
Oh, that's
and
cool.
fishy tank. That's a record player, and it
Yeah, I like the
actually
vinyl.
plays radio and
You
stuff.
might
And
have to
then,
explain to the younger audience what a record is.
Oh, I like.
oh,
I have one of those too,
like these.
Carla. The one on the left.
Yeah,
Oh, she's knocking.
yeah.
Dawkins?
Yes. Eric
Oh my
Clapton, he's
God.
one of my favorites.
Okay, wait, Carla.
Yeah.
There you go, youngins.
You
That's an
only
elbow.
impress me if you know who the guitar player for Dokken is.
The guitar player?
Yeah, for Dokken. Oh, you're gonna look in the back?
Dude, I don't remember his name, Bill. I don't remember
George
his
Lynn.
name.
George Lynn.
George Lynch. Yeah, I knew that.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Bill. I'm not very good with the names of the players. I just like the songs.
Yeah, it's
But, yeah.
okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
and
I
your
was gonna ask you
trivia,
on
man.
that
tape-
Schecter, does that have active pickups in it? Do they have EMGs in there?
What does that mean?
So does it take a 9-volt battery in the back?
No.
No? Okay, so it's not
Not
active.
that
I couldn't tell-
I don't
couldn't
think
tell
it
from the
does.
picture.
So we're gonna go to my room here a second.
Yeah, because I couldn't tell in the picture.
They had nice ones, but I didn't want to go like too pricey. I just wanted a good one for my music videos.
That's
Oh
pretty.
wait, it does. How did you know
Yep.
that? So what does
Because
that
it has
mean?
Because it has active pickups in it. If they didn't, it'd have passive pickups in it. So you see that little door on the back? So set that on your lap so you don't wreck your, so I don't want you to scratch your guitar, but
Oh, I won't.
So-
I'm just
so see that little door?
Mhm.
Open that up. There should be a 9-volt battery in there.
maybe.
No,
Now
there's
explain to us-
they would have shipped it with a 9-volt in there.
Oh, they
So
did. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, explain what active pickups
It's
are.
it's a crappy battery. So you're gonna want to put an Energizer battery in there.
Right. Yeah.
Hi, Cynthia.
that one
How's
out.
it going?
So
You
you plan
know
on
that-
playing, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, take
I'm
that crappy
learning.
battery and throw that out
Yep.
because those Chinese crappy batteries, they blow up and you don't want that the acid blowing up into your guitar.
All right.
Oh no.
Yes,
Yeah,
get a
that's-
nice Energizer. It's going to cost you $9 or $10 because they cost a lot of money nowadays, but it's worth it. Put it in your guitar, and you won't ever worry about it exploding in your guitar. And
That's good to know.
so-
I would be so sad.
that
That's so
Schecter Demon guitar has a wicked fuzz to it. So like it's a wicked awesome fuzzy sounding heavy guitar that you bought.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
excited
so-
to learn to play. My dad's been playing for years, so he came over the other day and showed me some chords, but it's gonna take me a while to figure it out.
Yeah, for now, don't even plug in. But actually, what I would do if you're not going to plug in, take that 9-volt battery out of that.
Okay, I'll do that
Okay.
after we get
Yep.
finished up here.
Yeah, because it's a junk battery, and I don't want it exploding on you in that guitar. It's too nice.
Thanks, Bill.
Yep.
Did
Yeah,
you
but if-
see
Yeah, go ahead.
did you see Andrew post about his spark plug situation?
No, you know what? A couple weeks ago, I was out in the garage and I couldn't. I'm doing body work to a truck, and I get
Okay.
filthy, so I can't get on my phone. But
Yeah.
something about his Jeep or something.
Yeah, so he's got a car he's trying to fix up, but he's got 2 spark plugs that are stuck in it. And I tagged you in one of the pictures because he needs help on any suggestions on how to get those buggers out of there because he's trying to get it to run. The poor
Yeah.
guy's had the worst luck right now.
Did the
He's
ceramic
living in
part
his
snap?
car.
Oh,
I don't know. He
thought
has
it
a picture on his Facebook and it looks like they look really bad. Whatever's
what's his
going
last
on.
name?
Stone
Is it
Rock.
Stone? Yeah, Andrew Stone.
Rock, yeah.
I'll have to
Yeah.
I'm gonna friend request him because I've seen him
Okay,
on
poor guy.
Facebook.
I'm like, get a hold of Bill. I'm like, Bill might have an idea. Bill will have a tip, maybe.
I thought he got an apartment.
No, well, he's
Oh.
working on it that I know of. He had to
Well,
rehome
he's
his
staying with his
animals
sister.
or foster his animals. What?
Yeah, he was staying
Okay.
with his sister.
That was
Yeah,
it. But
but-
okay.
Yeah.
They're moving, so he's living in his car right now.
That sucks, man.
I know, poor guy. I would adopt him. But he's got a daughter and he can't leave Ohio.
Yeah, and you can't do that.
No.
You can't adopt grown men. Carla, you can't adopt grown
No.
men, okay?
You could, but they might be a little awkward.
It might be awkward, and you need to take care of yourself.
I am, I promise. I just gotta
Good.
get back on track.
Good girl.
Plus
All
I
right.
gotta we got stuff ahead, huh, Susan? Gotta come down there and see you.
Yes, yes.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah,
It's
that's
too
gonna be
hot now.
fun.
Montana is too hot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, plus with my job, it's like this afternoon was pretty bad. I was dying.
I could imagine. Wow.
It was
Must
pretty
be
hot in the
blazing
shop today.
there. My God.
Yeah. Laura, I'm actually cooking right now.
What are we
Like our
making?
Our cooking shows. I'm doing Brooke a buffalo chicken burger, and I'm
Oh.
doing the Bob's burgers. They have a recipe book, and you can look them up online. But they have all the different Bob's burgers.
Like the
So I'm doing
cartoon?
the blue. Yeah, the cartoon.
Oh, that's
Like
cool.
he has all his burgers in a cookbook.
I didn't even
So
know
we're
that.
doing the buffalo chicken burgers. I think it's called Blue is the warmest burger or something. I can't remember what they call it. I need to get a barbecue
Okay.
though for outside.
Yeah, no,
gotta
I
get
never even
barbecue.
heard of that.
Okay, there.
They're funny.
My friend's requested on this.
Oh, good.
Do you know what year his Jeep is? Is it like an older one? Must be.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's probably in the
Where else?
90s.
He lives in Ohio.
Yeah,
You said okay.
yep.
All right.
So yeah, that's I know. Yeah, it sucks. Well, yeah, because his sister bought a new house, so he's not going
Mhm.
with them. So yeah, he's back in his
No.
car.
Yeah. He was lucky he didn't have to stay in there to begin with, but now he
Right.
actually has to.
All right, Janice wants to know, what other activities do you all have besides paranormal?
Oh,
As far as you mean just paranormal activity in general? Because I've had many things that have happened. Of course, I don't know what the hell happened. It all went.
It says besides paranormal, though.
oh yeah, other things that we like to do.
Other things.
I don't like to cook.
She doesn't like to cook.
I'm cooking, but I don't like to cook. I don't have patience
There's
for it.
Bill.
Sorry, I had to turn my heater off. It's actually cold here, Carla. So we're actually have heat on.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was almost 80 today, 78.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
ridiculous
Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
here. I'm sorry, guys. What was the question? Oh, what other activities do y'all have besides paranormal?
Yeah.
So I'm actually. I'm sorry, guys. Did you guys answer that? I don't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Here I come swooping in and just hijacking the chat again. All right. Geez, what do I? That's my problem. I have too many activities, and I can't sometimes settle on just one. But anything like engine-wise, motorcycles, cars, music. I love music.
Hey, Tim.
What's that?
I'm
Oh,
just saying
sorry.
hello to Tim. I'm having technical difficulties. I'm trying to figure it out. Go ahead.
Oh,
I'm
gotcha.
sorry, Laura.
And I think that's why I can relate to a lot of people sometimes, and end up talking to a lot of different people because I can switch gears a lot when I have a conversation with somebody. So I can end up talking about a guitar or talking about a motorcycle, talking about a race car, or talking about a regular car. I like grilling, actually. I'm pretty good at it. Comes out good.
Yay.
Yeah. I don't like baking. I hate it. My daughter does though. But
I'm better at
acting.
baking than cooking.
I like acting and I like doing filming and movie stuff. Yeah. So really, I have like a lot of interests. Too many, really. So shoot guns. I kind of like guns and stuff like that. So
Yay.
yeah. Pew pews. I mean, sorry. Oops.
Ooh, don't get in trouble.
Yeah. No, I don't want to get you in trouble. Yeah.
How about Susan? How about your activities? Do you like
What's
to
your
do?
favorite to
man.
shoot, Bill?
Oh, sorry.
What do you like to shoot?
Hand pew pews are my favorites. I have a
Yeah,
ton
do you have a
of.
favorite?
Yeah, my favorite one that I own is my 1911.
What brand is it?
It's a Springfield.
Oh, okay.
I
1911s are
time-
good guns.
at the time I couldn't afford the Colt, and
Oh.
there was a used Springfield, and it's my most favorite. It was always
Oh.
my favorite, and I haven't been to the range stuff in a really long time, simply because ammunition is so expensive, and
Oh, kidding.
those days are sort of behind me. But as far as like the AR style
Mhm.
rifles, I
Yeah.
have actually 5 of those,
Oh.
and shotguns. Those all stay. They just stay in my cabinet. I haven't used those in years.
I wish I knew how
but
to reload.
Yeah, my father used to have all reload stuff. I go to his house like maybe 5 years ago, and I'm like, Dad, where's all your reload stuff? Oh, I gave it all away. I'm like, oh, well, thanks a lot. Like,
Yeah.
you ever hear about like next of kin? You ever hear of that? Like your
Yeah.
kin folk?
Yeah. Right?
He like gave it to some guy. Like I didn't even know who it was. Yeah, a guy that I worked with asked if he could have it, so I gave it all to him. I wasn't using it. I'm like, okay. Well, like along with all this brass that he had and everything. So,
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. So now I don't. So all the ammunition that I have, like I hoard it,
Mhm.
for like the apocalypse. So,
Yeah, right.
but my
You never
1911 is my most favorite that I have. I love the weight of it. Being able to hit like a bowling pin at 50 yards with no problem is like so awesome.
Yeah.
And like the recoil is very minute on it because it's such a heavy weapon, and so that's like my favorite. Yeah. So, and with open sights too, like it's like I don't have any work done to it or anything. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's my favorite. Yes. Oh, so you have a Kimber. So Steph, I couldn't.
Mm.
My father has a Kimber, but my father
They're
makes
pretty
a lot
guns.
my father makes a ton of money. He has a Kimber. He also has a Remington 45, and yeah, the Kimbers are nice. Yeah, the guy who owned LB, the guy who owned the bowling alley, he was
LB.
upset. But I picked up a spare when I. But yeah, okay. Sorry. We were Susan. We wanted to know what you do in your spare time when you're not
What
doing,
I do with my spare time?
when you're not kicking over cemetery graves.
Well, let's see. I go exploring. I love being in nature, just hearing and feeling what's around me. I love doing portraits by pencil. I love doing
Aw.
that. Let's see, what else? Taking different classes. Like right now, I'm taking telepathy. I want to take Reiki. So yeah, I acting. I want to go back and start taking classes again on. I was enrolled in graphic design, but I had to drop out for right now. But I want to go back into graphic design because my goal is I really want to travel.
Yeah.
I really want to travel, take my podcast on the road, and just investigate like historical abandoned buildings and do some
That'd be awesome.
filming, documentaries, like things like that. Like that's my goal. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Get more into filming. I definitely love that whole like video creating, filming.
Right.
Yeah, that's
I
fun.
wish I
Yeah.
had taken classes for that, but
Yeah,
I did
definitely.
take graphic design and got my degree before the Art Institutes went under. So that was back in 06. So I went through the Art Institute of Pittsburgh, and then I took some classes in 2022 for interior design, but I didn't finish.
Nice.
But that was fun. I did some drafting and
Uh-huh.
oh my gosh, the drafting part was like my favorite because you do floor plans and
Yeah.
where outlets and lighting are, and you got to pick the furniture, and you got to explain like how you had it set up and your theme and all that. That was fun. That was really fun.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But then I didn't finish because I was just too busy being mommy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I could pick up where I left
There
off
we go.
through the Academy of Art if I wanted to, but I don't have
Really
the
a
time
fix
for that.
all kinds of shit going on. Hey, Victor.
Hey,
Yeah,
Victor.
There's Bill again. I don't know, all kinds of weird crap going on. I'm trying to, I think I got it all
You've got
fixed.
gremlins.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think I figured out one thing, so I'm gonna have to make a change. I'll have to talk to you about it later, Susan, with the network. I'm gonna have to switch something over because I think that's what screwed it up.
And it's so weird. It's like you want to do so much and you have so many plans, but there's not enough time, you know?
I know. We
Right.
don't have enough lifetime to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, no,
Yeah.
there is never enough time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Let's see, what else do I do besides the paranormal? Well, there's a lot of things I do. I like to do construction work, believe it or not, guys.
What?
I like to build things. I
Ugh.
have my own workshop where I make things. I like to do miniatures, so I like to build doll houses and miniature furniture.
Cool,
I've done several of those, all by hand. Actually, I'm thinking about starting another one once I get my new studio up and running. Then I'll have more room to do another dollhouse. I'm thinking about doing a spooky one this time. And let's see, singing. I do a lot of. I like to sing. I always have. A lot of people don't know that, so because it's kind of I keep it kind of to myself. But hello,
Spooky
Jimmy.
Dollhouse. That's
And
cool.
let's see, arts. I do a lot of. I used to do a lot of drawing and things, but I enjoy painting, leather crafts, making jewelry. I don't do that much often anymore because of you get old, arthritis sets in, and it's hard to work with the tools. But if I get a special request, then I'll do that and make something for somebody. I'm pretty much a jack of all trades, guys, because I like the outdoors. So I used to do a lot of hunting. I love fishing, hiking, camping. I love camping.
Mm-hmm.
Cooking. I love to cook and I love to bake, which Bill knows.
Yeah,
And,
Laura's a good cook, and she bakes awesome.
So it's
And she
and I know
enjoys it too.
yeah, I do. And I've had people ask if I was going to do like a cooking show. And maybe sometime I will do a video and put it out there, make something and put it out there. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know, I'm into a lot of things. A lot of things.
That's good though.
And I'm
You
always
have
open to
hobbies.
something new too. Like I've done mechanics too, believe it or not. Worked on cars. It was one thing my father-in-law told my husband when we were dating, because I was helping my husband install a muffler in his driveway. And he goes, "You need to marry that girl because ain't no other girl going to crawl under your car." I didn't care. Well, I grew up, I had mechanics in the family. So I used to watch my dad and my uncles do all that stuff. And I thought it was cool. So it's but yeah, all kinds of stuff. And oh, we lost Bill again. He ran away. I don't know.
Do you guys have some weather over there or what?
Well, it's been raining here, so maybe the wires are soaked. Who knows?
Mhm.
But I was starting a new thing here, and I don't know if it screwed something up or not.
No, that was me. Sorry.
No, it's all right. But I still got something going on. I think it's different settings. I set up something different, and I'm going to have to change it, I think. Because it's not going underneath it's not going underneath the right page. So
Oh my
you're making everybody
goodness,
sick. Knock it off.
Ay, ay, ay.
all good fun. Oh my gosh.
Now
Oh,
that we're
Carla's
all-
in her room. So
Yeah,
I didn't even look over at
hello.
Carla. Oh, she's back in her room now. Good.
See,
That's-
that's busy
that's-
with his buttons.
I know. That's all right. Hang on a second.
I teleport.
Be right back.
I can teleport. Oh, it's good fun. Miss getting live and talking to you guys, that's for sure. I felt out of place.
Well, that's what I was saying. How's Carla? So Carla's fixing her schedule. She'll be back.
Yeah. we'll
Nobody
get it
got rid of her.
figured
We just-
out.
She gets
Nobody
tired
got rid of
figuring
me,
it out.
no.
It's hard when you got kids because you got to work around that, and
Oh,
then you
you
got a
know
full-time
it.
job. You got to work around that.
Mm.
So not like bums like me who don't have to go to work, but I
Oh,
still
goodness.
I still have a full schedule I got to work around as well.
Yeah. Yeah. You got family to take care of.
Yeah, and so I have to work around that, and so it's whatever. So yeah, my fun time is getting on here and hanging with
Mhm.
everybody, and like I said, the
Mhm.
more I take on, I'm always taking on something else. So
Yeah.
that's what I was talking with Susan. We were talking about Discord. Yes, I have a Discord, but don't ask me how it works.
Oh.
I do my best with it, but I really just I don't have all that extra time to
No.
put
no.
everything
Yeah.
in there.
I'll
Sorry.
message people, but I ain't on there I don't know how it works.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just message
Mhm.
everybody if they message me. Otherwise, you got to hit me up in Messenger, guys, and Facebook,
Yeah.
because I'll see that before I see anything else.
Right. I think Jimmy's the Discord guru kind of person.
Oh, he's the king when it comes to that. OBS. He just redid
Yeah.
his studio. Looks good.
I've seen it in person. He needs a bigger room.
So,
It's
don't
kind
we
of
all?
narrow. You're welcome.
Yeah, you got to work with the space that you got, and like
Yeah.
I said, I'm still waiting on my son to close on his house so I can take his room.
Oh, really? Still?
Yeah,
I thought they had closed on it.
Yeah, they thought they would have too,
Boy,
but there's
That's
another
taken a while.
Oh, you missed it,
pile of
Carla.
crap.
That's a
I
whole
missed
ordeal.
Oh,
Mhm.
no.
He
Yeah.
says he agrees he needs a bigger room. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks, and then I could start setting it up, and
Yeah.
then I'll have more space and set other things up that I want to set up. And
Oh, drum blanket. That's Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
Jimmy.
I didn't know that.
He was
Yeah, just
working on
search
his
Jimmy.
new drum blanket layout with his OBS. I have no idea how to even work that stuff.
OBS king, I'm telling you, it's. Well, and Bill goes through OBS too. He likes it.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I
these
don't know
things
what he's
have editing
doing. This is
backgrounds.
fun. I liked your snowman. Your Christmas one was cute.
Oh, Bill's little doohickey there.
Oh, the one that I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows
Actually,
how to
so
do
I did.
stuff.
Yeah, so I did that thing on Canva, and then I changed it to that car thing for the background. But Jimmy's is like full throttle compared to mine.
That's cool.
I did it like, and that was just kind of. I'll get into why I kind of stopped doing my thing Saturday nights.
Okay.
Like right now, I'm my podcast thing Saturday nights. It just got okay, 2:00 in the afternoon would roll around, and I'd go, okay, I got to get ready, and I'd have to put my stuff aside where I'm working on a project in the garage. I'm filming and I'm making content. Whereas when I make content, I'm actually working on a car. I'm actually wrenching it and fixing it, and yeah, and it's not where I can really stop. I have to kind of get this project done because the car needs to run and be ready for like Monday for like say my wife to use or something like that. So, and with summer here, it's well, summer's not here for us. It's monsoon season, but you know what I'm saying. It just you know with the better
like Jumanji.
you know, yeah, exactly.
Gators.
It's like Jumanji, totally.
Mhm.
I found myself like Saturday would come and I would go, and on my mind was the podcast, and I'd go, all right, I got to get ready, and then one little thing I'd want to change, and I have to change it in OBS, and when you'd want to change it, for me, you know, maybe Jimmy could do it wicked fast, but I couldn't. I was getting proficient at it, but if you'd want to change something, all right, okay, I got to change this, I got to change that, and I'd have to change every scene in OBS. So, all right, you have to change this scene, you change this source, change this scene, find every source and scene, and then before you know it, you're sucked down this rabbit hole that took you 3 hours to change stuff, and now you're ready for your show. But okay, crap, I forgot to make a thumbnail for the show. So now I got to go and make my thumbnail, and it's a vicious cycle that I was like falling into. And I knew that like when 2 o'clock showed up or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I go, I got to stop wrenching on this car. And my Saturday was burned up all for a podcast show that like not many people were showing up for. And I know like, okay, you know, if you build it, they will come. But I had to like sort of stop and like get my content out and just get going and worry about that maybe later. And so that's kind of what I'm doing now. I'm just going to like wait. I'm working on like this Dodge Dakota where I got the box torn off, and I'm going to worry about that right now. I got a truck I have to build, and then I'll worry about the piddly stuff after. So that's kind of with the OBS thing. It was tough. It's like you can't just fire it up and rock and roll. It's like, for me anyways, you know, for other people maybe not, but yeah.
Jimmy, did you ever figure out what was wrong with your Jeep?
Oh no, was he having issues?
He was having issues, and I forgot to follow up with him and see because I know I had when he was talking, it was a while back, and I tried to get a hold of Bill, but Bill wasn't available.
Oh, so it was Jimmy that was having a problem with the Jeep?
Yeah. Well, he's having problems too.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of vehicle Andrew has.
Okay, bad spark plug.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking because he said he had. Remember I was telling you that was shaking and
everybody
shuddering.
in their spark plugs.
Yeah.
The spark plugs.
That's usually the culprit, the spark plug.
Yeah.
Well, he got lucky if it was just a spark plug.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. I hope it's running now.
Well, it depends on what kind of Jeep he has, but like, so they're not just you pull spark plugs, but like usually on like the V6 models and stuff, they're underneath the plenum, which is like underneath the manifold. So the manifold has to come off, and then you know it's usually the coil pack. And then coil packs are about like $120 a piece, and then you have 6 of them, and then you have 6 spark plugs. So spark plugs nowadays, unless he's got a 4-cylinder Jeep, but the V6 ones, spark plugs aren't like $3 anymore like they used to be.
No shit.
Mhm.
They're
They're like, you know, $12 now. And, you know, when you have 6 of them times 6, you know, or unless you have a V8, you know, however, but it's just not the way. So I was at my buddy's shop, and this guy, I was there yesterday. This guy says, I need a brake job done. How much do you think brakes would be on my, and I don't know what he was driving. He could have been a big truck or whatever. He goes, it's going to be about, I'd say about $920 for all brakes all the way around. And I'm thinking, holy crap! Thank God I could do my own stuff.
Yeah.
But now I know that a rotor just for one rotor is about $120.
Yep.
Rotors used to be like $30.
Mhm.
Yep. I remember that.
Those days are over with. I mean, and I'm talking like only like 8 years ago, a rotor was like $30, $30 to $40. Now they're like $120.
Yeah.
So yeah, $900 for all, you know, 4 corners of your car. You're looking at $920 for a brake
It's
job.
just parts, you know, and that doesn't even include labor.
No, that included everything.
I mean, you know, because I remember we had a headlight out, and you know, headlights used to be dirt cheap and easy to change out. No, now they're these tiny little bulbs that are like, you know, $20 a piece.
Oh, they're more than that.
If
Yeah.
you go, well, for ours, it was like $20.
Well, you bought the
But
cheap
George went to
one.
go put it in, and it was like, what the hell? We have to take the whole front end of the truck apart.
Well, yeah.
So if
well,
he had
you-
it done at work, it would have been like $300 in labor to put in a light bulb.
Well, I don't
So-
know where he got his light bulb from, but like usually those bulbs are like, so the cheaper ones are like $45, and like
Oh,
I usually go with like the better ones because then they'll last a lot longer. But
yeah,
like,
I don't know where the hell he got it from. I think he actually got it at a discount, but
Well, he
Joseph
must
did it
have.
in 15 minutes.
Yeah, well,
That's,
it's just a thing on the back that you pop out. So
Well, he had to take a whole bunch of stuff off the front first to even get to. It was just a mess. Oh my
yeah,
god!
well, there's some things you got to take off, but
Nowadays, I mean, you can't even fix your own car. It's
No.
ridiculous.
yeah,
Just
Jimmy's
bring it
got
to
the
Bill.
V6 Patriot. So
Bring it to
So-
Bill.
So Jimmy, I'm a huge Jeep fan, okay, and I'm a huge Mopar guy. So Chrysler owns Jeep, but unfortunately, the quality of Jeep has fallen by the wayside from like the early 2000s. They have huge electrical nightmare, huge electrical gremlins. They are like the worst vehicles made. Again, this is coming from a Mopar guy. Like, I really like Jeep. We've been a Jeep family. Like, unfortunately, where they put those, so they suffer from PCM problems, the electrical components. They build stuff nowadays, especially the Jeeps, to like be a throwaway society. These things, like, oh,
Yeah.
you're.
No.
They don't make them so that you repair them. They make them so like, sorry, we can't fix this. It's time to get a new one, sir.
Right.
What do you mean? I want to fix this. No. You need to buy a new one.
He's
Let
right.
me show you on the lot what I can show you. Here's what's on the lot. No, I want to
And
fix my
Jeeps are
Jeep Patriot.
expensive. I mean, 60 grand or more. I mean, it's
So-
ridiculous.
So on his V6 model, maybe he got lucky that on the side where it was a spark plug that had to be changed, it was a side where the intake manifold didn't have to come off. But on the one side, see it goes over the spark plugs. That whole manifold has to come off, and then your labor is expensive. So it's
Yep.
not like the old days. It's crazy.
Yep.
So my buddy's shop, they charge $140 an hour for labor. $140 an hour.
It's cheap.
Attorneys make look what, $250 an hour, $300 an
Yeah,
hour.
it's cheap. Where George works,
Yeah.
they charge 200.
Yeah, but that's a dealership.
Wow.
$200 an hour.
This is. I mean, he's got a beautiful shop. Don't get me wrong. This is just a shop. This is not a car dealership.
Yeah.
So
It's still ridiculous. There's no reason for it to cost that much.
It-
And George don't get
Okay.
a discount either.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
You,
you know what?
work there and you don't even get a discount.
So that's good. That it was a $200 fix, and
Yeah.
it sounds to me like you got an honest shop, that they didn't, that they were like honest with
You
you.
up. Right.
Yeah, that they weren't like,
Even
oh no.
Joseph's looking for a new vehicle, but we've always been a Jeep family, Jeep and Chevy trucks, and Joseph's thinking about not going after a Jeep anymore because
Don't stay away from him unless he gets
the
an
new
old one.
ones they suck. And yeah, if he could find a really good old one, then he'll go
Well,
for it. But otherwise,
if he-
he's going to change.
The only way to find a really good old one is to go down south
Yep.
to get one. I'm talking like Virginia, like
Yep.
middle of PA, rust free. So like you can fix mechanical problems. It's the rust you can't fix.
Mhm.
That's the problem. So if he can, so for me, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find like something that has no rust and go get it.
Yep. Because the new ones, they're making it so you can't fix them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to have
Right.
special equipment and everything just to diagnose the problem, and it's
Yep.
it's bullshit. And like
See,
you
I
said,
think-
doing it on purpose. So it's a disposable car, and then
Yeah.
you have to go spend another 60 grand. It's ridiculous.
See, I think Steph, you're on the pinnacle of the last good ones.
Mhm.
Yeah.
2006. And then whatever 230K is like
yeah, Joseph's is over
a
in
little
100,000, pushing towards
Mm-hmm.
2, and but it's an older Jeep Cherokee,
Mm.
but it's still in fantastic shape. But the thing is, eventually, he's going to have to trade up to something else.
yeah.
But at least
Yeah,
he can
Steph.
still repair this vehicle. Where the new ones, like I said, you got to have special equipment to do certain things, and he's not going to put the
Mhm.
cost into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, Steph, the rust. It's they use that liquid salt on our roads here, and that just and it's
Yeah.
on there. Even though it's springtime or summertime, that shit is still on the road.
Yeah,
And if
Steph,
you don't-
I had a 98 Wrangler. It was a 5-speed with it was actually a 4-cylinder, but it rusted all the heck, so I got rid of that thing.
Right.
But,
Yeah, that's what they do.
That's
You
so
got to do a
you.
lot of big maintenance in the wintertime here.
there was nothing to
Yeah.
it though. So mine was the X. That was the XT with chassis. So hey Earl. So yeah, like it was funny
No,
just driving
Earl.
that thing. You like turn around and like there's the back seat and like the windows right there. Like it's just
Yeah, too small.
it just seemed like people were tailgating you when they really weren't. It's like, man, get off of my. You're like, oh, they're not. They're not really tailgating you. the
And here
Jeep was like,
you got
That's
Bill, who's a really big guy in his little dinky car.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's crazy. That's
Well,
crazy.
Joseph's that way too. He went looking for new vehicles, and what the hell he was trying? I forgot what he was trying for, but when it didn't have a sunroof, he could fit in it and not have a
Oh.
problem and have headroom. When they had the one with the sunroof, he couldn't fit in it. His head was hitting the roof. So I said, well, just
Oh.
open the window and stick your head out and then get yourself an umbrella.
yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But ladies and gents, I do have
gotta
to go.
Okay,
Yeah, I
yeah,
have, I
it's-
have,
Hi,
I have to
Susan.
be bright and bushy eyed in the morning. So,
yeah, it's your bedtime.
all right.
Yeah,
Talk to
don't
you guys
forget to-
later.
Yeah,
Okay,
hope your
see
eyes
ya.
feel better
Bye,
soon.
Bye.
I hope you feel
Bye,
good tomorrow.
Susan.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, Susan, bye.
Yeah, she has to get up really early.
I know. She say 3:30.
Oh no.
See, I think she's got to be to work by 4:30.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. So yeah, she's got some really rough hours. Let's see. Steph said I had a diamond plate on the sides to get rid of the rust and always coated the undercarriage. Yeah, you have to because it's that salt mixture is horrendous on vehicles.
Yep.
So it's nice when you can get to a dealership, especially in your area, that gets cars from out of the New York State area, because then you get a better chance of finding something. Otherwise, like Bill said, you got to go travel
Oh yeah.
to get something that's not eat up with rust. 'Cause that's normal for here.
I think it was about probably 3 or 4 years ago. I went down to Pennsylvania about my Ford Excursion. It was a 2000, and that had hardly any rust on it, till I brought it up here. But
Mhm.
Elby has that now. It had a V10 in it. I sold that to him. So, and actually, that's how we went and got my wife's car Sunday.
Oh.
Use
we-
that.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Nice.
Large Marge. That's what I named it. Yeah,
Nice.
from Pee Wee
I
Herman.
love when people name their cars.
I
Yeah.
never used to do that until I bought that. I was like, I
Yeah.
got to name this thing, so I called it Large Marge from like Pee Wee
That's
Herman.
great.
Funny.
Yes.
You got a name for yours, Carla?
Wasn't that Pee Wee Herman, Large
Yes.
Marge?
Yeah.
Don't
the
forget
truck
to tell 'em
driver.
Large Marge sent you.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
No, mine does not have a name, Laura. I did have a white PT Cruiser that I named Olaf, and that was on his license plates because he looked like a snowman.
Did
That's
you really
funny.
have a PT Cruiser?
Yes, it was a really good little car. It
Yeah,
just
a lot
had
of
a
people
hard
hate-
time going down those ruts in the back roads, and I was like,
Well, you're not
On the-
supposed to.
I was on the top of them. I was
Hi,
like
Tom.
right at the top of the ruts.
Hey,
We
Pom.
call them PT losers, is what we call them.
Oh, I drove a loser.
Okay.
Olaf, but
Carla,
he was a
Here's
good
a
little
chance.
car.
here's a chance to redeem yourself on the docking thing. You ready?
Okay.
All right. What does PT in PT Cruiser stand for? You should know this.
Pontiac Trans Am.
No. Wait a minute. Do you know what brand is a PT Cruiser?
Isn't it a brand of like they make them like another car? Isn't it a Dodge frame? Like
Yes, but it's they don't even make that car anymore. That company.
yeah.
Okay, it's a Chrysler.
Okay. Chrysler.
Stop making them.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
That's funny.
Pontiac Trans Am.
No, you guys, those are all good guesses, but it's the most stupid. It's the most stupid. It's true what I'm about to tell you, but
Hey,
Okay,
Ready?
boys.
I love your
Thanks,
trivia
Mama.
because you kill me, man. Like,
yeah, the card trivia. This
yeah,
is why, like, I gotta start my stupid show up again. But
it's
you ready?
good.
Because
Yeah.
everybody's car is this. I always thought it was the stupidest. PT Cruiser stands for personal transportation. Yep, you could raise that eyebrow because
Personal
PT
transportation cruiser.
yes.
That's
Now
sad.
isn't everybody's car a personal transportation? So everybody,
Yeah.
you now still have your Suburban is also still a PT Cruiser.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Yep.
Or personal
Yep.
transport vehicle.
Now see, Earl's got it going on because I know there's no humidity in the desert. My grandmother had a car that was in like 1950 something. It was in beautiful condition
I know
Mm.
Earl. So
because there's no humidity, no rust.
Right.
Earl, we get a guy in here. I haven't seen him in a little bit. His name is Friday House. He's got a '96 4Runner, or no, Land Cruiser.
Okay.
No, it's a 4Runner. And
Mm.
dude, I just love time capsules that are rust free. Like
Yeah.
I'll chat up a guy like if he had a CA Corvette, which is the brand new vet, and some guy had like an old rust free 1990 Chevy Lumina. I would definitely just talk to the dude that has the old Chevy Lumina with no rust over the guy with the CA Corvette. I would be like, dude, I love your car because
Yeah.
I can
get it.
appreciate that car not being an old, tomato soup can by now,
Mhm.
Right.
rather than this brand new car. I love that stuff. Like I
Not for
love
nothing. You're the
time
when the
capsules.
video you were showing, Bill, your last video where you're showing your Porsche there. That's
Yeah.
actually great condition for sitting
That's
in
a
the
nice.
yard.
There's zero rust on that. That's a 1982.
And even the inside, I was really impressed. I mean, it's in really good shape for sitting
despite
there.
the most droppings that it is. It doesn't stink. There's like no like. So the kid that I had it, he had it in his garage. I bought that car. That car was a driving car until I bought it. The guy rear-ended a pickup truck, and then I bought it. This was like probably 12 years ago. Then I had it for a while, sold it to the kid for $2,000. Then he calls me like 3 years later and says, Bill, you want to buy it back? Because I'm not going to do anything with this car. And I was like, yeah, I don't know, dude. And I go, I'll give you $1,000 for it. He's like, okay. So I bought it for $1,000 back from him last year. And so now I need to offload it. So
And now you're going to sell it again. But it's
Now
in
I'm gonna
great
sell it
shape.
again. Yeah. I mean, I wish I could keep it, but I've got too much stuff around here, man.
You got a lot.
I do.
around.
I do. And the stuff on my channel that you guys can actually see is like stuff like everything's hidden. Like the motorcycles I haven't even gotten to yet. And I want to be able to liquidate this stuff so I can get to motorcycles. That's originally when I started my channel. I wanted to do that. That's why it's called the Carburetors and Coffee. All I've been working on is
Yeah.
fuel injected stuff. There are no
Yeah.
carburetors on my show. So,
Not this month, no.
no, again this month, no carburetors.
And then you took on, now you've got 3 4-wheelers you got to do.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it'll be-
gosh.
Yeah, they're all going to be will it start videos, and
Wow,
so
Bill.
yeah, and I'm going to do
Where
that
do you
after I
have-
get this Dodge Dakota done. So
Where do you have time for that?
I know, and you know what? This whole week and last week, you guys, I just been sitting in the house, just looking. I'll get up and I'm like, yeah, gotta get out this week. And then I look outside and I'm like, nope, it's freaking rain. I'm like, this sucks. Then I sit down and I watch somebody else's YouTube channel.
That sucks you
Well, so you-
in, and then you're
Yeah.
screwed. 'Cause you didn't get
Well,
anything
I know.
done.
yesterday the
That'll happen
skies
to
like
me.
opened up. Oh my
Yep.
God, I couldn't believe how much rain we got yesterday.
I know, dude. I was like, it was like, because I have like a gravel driveway, and it was like taking away some of my stones out of my driveway, and I'm like, come back.
Oh.
You had ducks in
Those
your yard, didn't you?
Floating away.
Yeah.
Oh, Carla, it was so much rain.
I'm
Steph,
sure.
what are those? What are those little things that she put?
I don't know. They look like little cockroaches, don't they?
Are they shrimp or something?
little little green thingies.
Oh, they're are they? Oh,
That's what we call it. In our, you don't know what it is. It's a thingy.
it's a thingy.
My sister, you know the thingy. I'm like, well, that's pretty wide, Lisa. You gotta
Oh,
kind of narrow it down. Oh,
Cricket.
cricket.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, geez.
I thought they were green cockroaches. That's what they look
Yeah,
like.
and everybody was like PT Cruiser. Crickets, crickets, crickets.
Because nobody really, you don't really think about it. PT Cruiser. So they stopped making those, right?
Oh yeah. And then Chevy came out with the HHR. Do you guys know what that stands for? It looked like the PT Cruiser. Do you guys remember that thing?
Yeah.
Carla, you remember it?
I remember what it looked like. What was it? Standing
The HHR?
for? Yeah.
You remember what that stood for?
No.
Homosexual hot rod.
Gosh, this came out like, oh my good
Homosexual
lord.
hot rods. What the hell was it? What did it look like? I don't
It
remember.
came out in like the 2000s, didn't they?
Yeah, actually, I think it was pretty cool. Am I gonna get in trouble for saying that just now?
Probably.
No.
I don't care. You know what? That's what it was called. Look it up.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's the Chevy
I am
homosexual
looking it
hot
up.
rod.
The Chevy
HHR.
HHR. Oh, it does kind of look like a PT Cruiser.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, I
Jimmy
never
said,
even. I didn't even know what the hell it would be called. I didn't know that.
Jimmy, next time you see one of those, you'll never think of it the same again.
This is true.
See, Earl said started raining on this load in Texas, south of Houston, rain all the way up to Casper, Wyoming, where I'm at right now. Earl, it's
Yeah.
horrible there. We have had rain for how long, Bill? 5 days now?
Yeah, and it's not supposed to stop
Right.
at least till Saturday. And I don't know, it looks like it's going to still go through the weekend. It kind of looks like
Well,
they're
right now it's saying till Saturday morning, and then after that it's supposed to be
Oh.
dry Sunday or Saturday afternoon, Sunday and Monday. But you know, here, Central New York.
Did you see it though? It still was like it was like going to be gloomy still though. Like
Well, George says it's a low pressure system. It just keeps coming up and down. It keeps hitting us. It's not going anywhere. So yeah, George should have been a weatherman because he's always right. We just can't get rid of it. And like I said yesterday, there was so much rain falling, everything flooded. We have floods everywhere.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Even my yard was flooded.
I can't stand it anymore.
So yeah, it's just never ending.
It's the never-ending story. I'm sick of it.
I thought Laura was going to say something
I
other
love that movie.
than kind of looks like a PT
Me too.
Cruiser. Thought she was coming out with. Oh,
Getting bigger and bigger. Remember the rock fighter?
Yes. They look like good, strong
delicious
hands,
rocks.
don't they? The rocks.
They look like big, strong
Strong
hands,
hands,
don't
don't
they?
they?
Even the stupid bat I couldn't hang on to.
For nothing. That was one of my favorite shows.
You know, my little dog, he looks like Falcor.
Oh, cute.
yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
Oh, man.
Oh my God, yeah, he does.
That's the
Mhm.
I never even
cutest
thought of
ever.
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll be right back.
okay. Oh, so
Never
cute.
even thought of that. His dog does look like Falcor.
Ah, Luck Dragon.
Little ankle biter. That's funny. Oh, he's probably gonna take him out. Actually, he should do a video and set it up where his dog is
Right.
Falcor flying through the yard.
Play
or
some
something.
music.
Yeah, yeah. That'd be really
Put a
funny.
little bat on his back or
Oh
something.
God, right? Poor dog.
Have a
over here.
snail.
Gotta dress it all up.
Snail racing.
But yeah, here it's been awful, just freaking awful. So, like I said, you wanted me to send you some rain. I think if we sent it your way, it would be so much and so quick that The ground
we
wouldn't even
flood
absorb
too.
it.
Yeah. Right now I have water on my grass.
So it's actually there's a video that was out yesterday. I'll have to send it to you, Carla. And it's
Yeah.
off of the parkway. There was so much. They had to shut the roads down, which isn't
Oh.
normal for that area. But holy crap, the water that was coming off of there.
Yeah. I can imagine.
And there was a few other areas where they had to shut down the roads because it was just horrendous.
Oh no.
Let's see. It rains all last summer. It was windy.
Oh my
it was
goodness. That's the cutest
There he is.
thing
Now, don't he look
ever.
like him?
Yeah.
Look at that. That's so funny.
Oh, he is cute.
So like right now he doesn't, but like there's certain times when he does. When he's like laying down.
Uh-huh. Or when he's running real fast.
Yeah, yeah.
His hair flying
the
back.
ear.
His little lips flapped back.
Yeah, yeah, and the ears.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
so cute. Didn't it? Yep. I can see it. Little luck dragon.
Exactly.
Oh.
Dragon. Yeah. Oh, he's making noise in the microphone.
Yeah. Earl wants to know if it's raining where you are, Carla.
No, it's not. It's not supposed to rain till Sunday, Earl. Sunday.
says
I
Mother's
gotta
Day.
change my Earl.
Yeah,
my
not
Earl.
till Sunday. I know. Isn't he the cutest puppy in the world? He's so cute. Oh,
Yeah.
he steals the
It's-
show.
Funny. Yeah, I go into his house and he'll start barking at me. I'm like, yeah.
If you guys gotta pick a name for him, what would you think? We got guess what his name is, just on the looks of him. What do you think? He's a boy, so you gotta pick.
He's a boy. If I was gonna name him, what I think you guys named him,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. He looks like a Ralph.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeti's a good one.
Yeah, he's
And
so
I will
little
hug him and I will kiss him and
sophisticated.
I will-
Oh, I love that.
Gosh, it's hot. He does look like which way did he go?
Where did he go, George? Which way did he go?
Everybody's pulling out
He
some
is so-
names.
Cute. What did Steph say? What was that?
Bumble.
First it was
Bumble.
Yeti and then
Oh.
Bumble. Ghost
So I'll
Wiener
give you
says-
a hint. It starts with an O, and it'd be like a person's name.
Oscar.
Yeah, I can't
You're
play. 'cause I'm
kind of
cheating.
close. It's kind of close.
Oliver.
Yes, but yes,
It's
got it.
not.
Come on,
It's
you
not
got to give it to
Oliver?
her.
she's got that. You got it.
Oh, is
You
it
have it.
Oliver? Oh,
Yes,
cute.
but-
Think
That's
about
a
it.
nice name.
Those are
That's-
so like.
Otis, Ozzy would be good.
Otis.
But
Yeah.
what's the shortened version of that, Carla? That's his name.
Olive. Olive.
Ollie.
Oh,
Ollie.
Ollie. Oh,
Ollie.
that is cute. Ollie's adorable.
Hey, there you go, Jimmy.
Oh, and
Octavius. That would have been
Ollie.
great. Octavius.
Yeah. Yeah,
I love that.
Gus would have been cute. Yeah, my son named him.
Yeah. Oh. Gus was the name of my daughter's hamster. Like Gus from the Cinderella. Gus.
Oh God, yeah, that's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Steph. We say that to him sometimes.
Ollie,
Ollie, oxen free.
Very cutie.
He's got small man's complex too.
Oh yeah, he does.
I think all
Yes.
little dogs do. They gotta have
Oh,
a
yeah.
big bark.
Yeah,
You show up there and he's ready to take you down.
yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot. Yeah, you were here and saw it.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
Did he
Listen
give
to
you a
me,
hard
yeah,
time?
get out of here.
Did he give you a
What?
hard time when you were here?
No, he just barked a little bit and I told him to get out of here and he took off.
Did he? Yeah.
I always say that when dogs come around, shut the hell up, get out of here.
Yeah. Quiet.
I can bark just as loud as you can. Well, see, that's the thing. They tell you never show fear because they smell it.
Yeah.
So if I would have jumped and ran away, he would have come after me and bit me in the ankle. So I just, get out of here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's better not to show any fear. Ghost
Carla,
is
you
like,
streaming
what?
tonight too, or no?
Oh no.
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 No, she's stuck with
Yeah.
us.
And that's good. I like being stuck with you guys.
Hurrah.
Yeah, I'm glad you came
Yeah.
on. That's
You
cool.
make it fun.
Surprise
Thanks for
for
having
Bill. I
me.
didn't tell him.
Yay. Oh, I'm glad you didn't tell him. Surprise.
Yeah, it was good. It was good stuff.
Surprise.
Sorry I didn't know my trivia questions tonight.
I know you failed on 2 of them.
I
didn't
fail
know
a
it
lot
either.
of trivia. Who's the guitarist for Dokken? Oh, you think I would know that?
Dokken. Wait, it's not even Dokken. It's Dokken.
I say it wrong too. Foot and mouth.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, you still didn't, Bill. You still didn't explain what is the battery for? What is that?
Oh,
What
so
does that feature do?
that I mean, it'll work without like a battery in it. Those pickups,
Jimmy.
yeah, Don Dokken. So
Jimmy.
it just won't sound very good. They'll just stay passive, but they're meant to be. They're active pickups, and so Jimmy, I don't know if you were here. She has a Schecter Demon, and it has active EMGs in it, and it's pretty killer actually. And yeah, Don Dokken, who's the singer who started that band. But anyway, he it's a killer guitar, man. And so if you plug that into an amp and you put the gain on, which is like distortion,
Mhm.
it'll sound okay, but you need that 9-volt battery in there to really get like a chunk fuzz sound. You'd be like, whoa, now I can really hear the difference. So, but if I took,
Okay.
say, my say it. All right, so how to explain this?
Can
if
you
you didn't have the-
demonstrate?
If I didn't have because my amp's over there, but if I took my Stratocaster in here with my humbuckers in here, which is a passive pickup, and plugged it in, and she didn't have the battery in her guitar, my guitar would sound way better than hers. But
Oh.
if she put the 9-volt battery in hers would sound way more heavy than mine would with the 9-volt in it. It would still make sound, produce sound.
Right.
But, that with those EMGs in there is like it's called active pickups, and they're like way more sensitive and put out higher gain and stuff like that. So they're like really nice pickups. They're like expensive pickups. So when she paid for that guitar, if you do a comparison price to one that doesn't have those pickups, those pickups are probably like if she bought those, and they're probably just for those 2 pickups that are in that guitar, probably $150 just for those pickups. So yeah, they're good pickups.
Interesting.
Yeah, it extends the sustain. Yeah, that's exactly. Yep. So
So yeah, we're gonna need a demonstration at one point, you guys.
So if she-
I'm
so
gonna
she
play with it. Yeah.
so if she hits a note on, and she does a bend, say she did like a bend,
Hmm.
and like held it and like did like a, it would hold it for a while longer, as opposed to if it just had a passive pickup in it. It helps hold that sustain as well.
Gotcha.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
it keeps it more active. That's what that active pickup does. So it makes it hotter. It gives it a hotter. So yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. So, Guitar 101.
Yeah. So Jimmy, are you more of a bass player? I mean, I think you dabble in a bunch of stuff, right? But you're more bass. Because I started out as a drummer, and then I moved on to other instruments.
You want to join us, Jimmy? It would probably be easier if you just come on with us. Up to you. I mean, if you've got your hair done and everything. I mean,
I'll be right back. I gotta put my doggy back upstairs.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's
Make a
walking
run.
around. He's walking around my
See?
studio, looking at me, going, "I want to go back upstairs." Hang on.
Come on out of here. Let me out. So yeah, if you want to, it'd be easier to discuss if you want to join. Let me know, Jimmy. I'll send it to you. Wiz, hi Wiz, how's it going? I like bass with a hint of bass with a hint of lemon. Gotcha. Okay, Jimmy, I'll send it to you. Hold on a second. This way, it's easier when you're talking to somebody about a specific thing, and they're like right in there with us instead of in the chat. It's a big pain in the cheeks.
Yeah.
So let's just send that to Mr. Jimmy. I'll find you. I'll find you. There it is. Just be patient. Okay, this way, yeah, you guys can. It's easier to discuss it when you're right in the face with everybody else. So it's, let's see. Carla, I like your new guitar. It's beautiful. God, I used to play
Thank you.
years when I was in grade school. I used to play, and then
Yeah.
I discovered
Oh.
boys, so that was the end of playing.
Yeah. I play my violin more.
I used to play that too until it broke.
My amp has some settings on it that can make it sound different, like it echo, like you can set it to echo and different
Right.
things. I play with it sometimes, but
Yeah, I used to play. I got pretty good at the violin, but I was borrowing. It was my uncle's violin, and the guys out in front of the school playing football, and the football hit the case, and it broke
Mhm.
apart on the violin, and it was way too expensive to
no.
repair. So that was the end of my
Yeah.
lessons.
Oh, dang it.
So yeah, that was fun there. That's badass, Carl. Yeah, it is cool. And I thought about taking it up again, but I just because my fingers are so messed up, I don't think I'd have the strength, to hold down, and to make the right chords.
Right.
So, and I don't have nothing to practice on anymore either. So mine's long gone. I just go borrow one of Bill's.
Bill.
Carla?
Bill.
She's here, and look who's here, Mr. Jimmy.
Hey,
what's up?
Jimmy.
Yo, Jimmy.
Now we can
Whoa.
talk music and equipment. You guys can see each other.
We can talk equipment.
Equipment talking.
Tell us
Equipment.
about your equipment, Jimmy.
What are you packing?
I have an Epiphone Dot, which is
Yeah. My dad has
a
one of
hollow
those. Yep.
body.
Yep.
Sort of looks like an ES335, like what BB King played.
Yep. Awesome guitar.
It's a much more affordable version. I've got an IYV, which is made in Vietnam. I got that from Amazon. I paid, I want to say like $225 for it, and it's built every bit as good as like a $600-700 guitar.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. But honestly, I'm more fluent in drums. So I've been playing drums since I was 12.
Oh, I've been playing since I was 13.
Right on.
You and Jimmy are soulmates.
I've got a Star Classic, a Thomas Star Classic, which is it's birch, and then I've got a Ludwig Centennial, which is maple. I've got an electric piano, like an actual piano, but it needs work. There's like a set of dead keys on it, and then every now and then it'll work, like those keys will work, but I'll be playing something like real beautiful, and it'll just be like bang, because it has like a hot key.
Yeah.
And that's irritating. But yeah, I have a Vox amp that I bought off Marketplace like a year and a half or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I brought it home and it worked great. And then the next day it just wouldn't do anything. And then like I plugged it into a power conditioner. Like, so it was popping the fuse. And so I plugged it into a power conditioner, being like, well, maybe it just needs that. And I turned it on and it goes, oh, and then I could smell electricity. And so I turned it off.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so that needs fixed. And I'm worried that I don't know what the hell happened. There's got to be a short in it. And I don't think the guy that sold it to me was trying to screw me around. I just think that God thinks it's funny when I buy things and then messes with me. It's like, oh, that was going to be a really good thing for you to have, wasn't it, Jimmy? Well, now it's a really nice looking thing to have and doesn't serve its purpose. So, yeah. I used to have an SG or I used to have a Gibson Les Paul Florentine, and it came from the custom shop. But it had sustained a break before I had bought it. Because Gibson Les Pauls are notorious for, like, if they fall, the headstock will break.
Yep.
And that had happened to this guitar, so it would hold tune for a bit, but not like it should have. The guitar was let's see, if it was at the custom shop, I would say it was a $4,000, $5,000 guitar, but I got it for like 12, broken, sustained.
Yeah.
It was a player's guitar. It wasn't a collector's guitar anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
And I loved that thing, but it just, it wouldn't, like, you could play a song and then you'd have to get right back to tuning it again. And I mean, like, that sounds normal, but it was like,
No,
it wasn't, it wasn't, not for a guitar like that.
no.
Is that hard to have repaired, or you can't have it repaired?
So it kept snapping. I took it to a luthier, and I'd have to take it like every year because it would be sitting in its case and it would just snap. That break would just keep happening, even though he put like dowels in it. I mean, he's really good. He like built guitars for like guy from Government Mule. His name is Mel McCullough. He's actually like kind of like underground, like known pretty well in the musicians world. And he couldn't get it to just fix and be fixed. It continued to break, and I was just like, I don't have money to keep putting into this. Like, I'm gonna sell this guitar and just be done with it. So then I got that. I traded I came across a Nintendo Switch for like $80, and so I had that, and I traded it for that Epiphone Dot. So that was a good trade.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, and my philosophy too is I had a bunch of guitars that I don't know, I was holding on to. I had them from my childhood, and they were unplayable. And I got to the point where I was thinking, why am I holding on to these when they are unplayable? When you start having instruments that are unplayable, especially a guitar, they're taking up room, and they weren't even all that great to look at. So I actually, it was about 5 of them. And I don't even remember. Oh, you know what it was? It was a Roland Reddy Fender Stratocaster that I traded for. Roland Reddy, with the G33 and everything, and with the pedal. And I traded for that, and that was an awesome trade. So I just traded all those guitars for it, and finally had one guitar that was playable, that I actually played, instead of having 5 that I never touched. And that was the whole idea, like you said.
You're
so
right.
Why have that Gibson that just was a pain in the neck, no pun intended? So yeah, that's the whole idea behind an instrument, is to play it, not look at it. So
Right. Yeah, and I'm not a collector. I mean, dude, like I can afford to collect maybe like Batman stuff and video games and stuff like that. But when you're talking about collecting guitars, like, there's just no way. Like, anything that's worth having is gonna be like 4 digits at least.
Right. And I used to be that way too, Jimmy. Like, I used to collect not only guitars, but like I had all the die cast, the 1/18th scale, 1/24th, the Hot Wheels, the Matchbox, this whole room in here.
Right.
I don't remember what the measurement, this like 20 by 20 in here. And it was filled. And I was just like, I gotta stop. Like, I gotta pick and choose what I'm gonna do here. Finally, I turned it into the music studio, but and then in this. And I had to. You got to pick and choose what you're gonna do. You can't do everything. So yeah, you start liquidating. So okay, what guitars are you gonna choose? And just pick the ones that you play and start getting rid of them. Yeah. And I started the philosophy, whereas if I'm gonna get another guitar, get rid of another one. Sort of revolving door.
Yeah. So, and then that way you're actually like just putting your money back into back into the collection. You know what I mean? You're selling this, and then you're just taking that money, and that way you're not spending any money. Hopefully,
Jimmy, that I like
You know what I
the Freudian slip there, the habit, which it totally was for me, really. I mean, you know what I
Yeah.
actually haven't gotten rid of is the acoustic guitars. So I've got about probably 5 or 6 of those left. And for some reason, actually, I have gotten rid of some acoustic guitars, but again, I had a really nice Washburn, and I know those aren't a high-end guitar, but I had like a really nice Washburn that, but the bridge started lifting off. You know, the spruce top started pulling off on it, and again, like you said, like, oh, you play a song and you'd have to tune it again. And I started looking at it and I was like, oh, the top is starting to pull off on it. And why keep this thing if you can't play it?
Yeah.
So I got rid of it. So
All right.
traded it in. And I told Mark, the place that I go to, here's what's happening with it. And he said, oh, I got a guy that'll fix that. So, all right, good. As long as he knows about it, gave me $75 for the guitar. Good. I'll put it towards something I could actually play. So
yeah.
be done with it.
Sense. Definitely makes sense.
So
right,
tell me
total
about
how-
this guitar that you got,
Who,
Carla.
Carlos?
Was it
The one
Carla
that I
a new
got?
guitar? Oh, yeah.
Schecter Demon.
Yeah. What do you want to
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
I don't know much about it.
She's got a
I just
Schecter
like
Demon.
the color.
Jimmy.
I got it because I like the color and I wanted to play it.
I like the color and I wanted to play it.
I don't think you've
What's
seen
color?
it, have you?
No. What color is it?
Red
It's
and
like a
black.
Thunder- What is
Okay,
it?
so it's got like a red burst.
Yeah.
It's like
yep.
a marbled. I don't know
Yeah,
how
I see
you
it.
would describe it. Yeah.
Yeah, so like the outer edges are black, and then the inside's that like blood, almost wine red color.
The edges aren't quite black. They do make some that are like that. They have some different brands that are
Oh, I see it here.
that
Maybe
red
this is
color.
the one
and
with
black.
like
From
a
Sweetwater?
black berry.
Just gonna show it. Show
I
it,
still
show
have it out on my bed.
Did you get that from
I'll
Sweetwater,
show it to
Carla?
you, Jimmy. What?
You get that from
The
Sweetwater?
edges are kind of black,
Oh, yeah,
like
cool.
a burnout.
Pretty.
Yeah, it really is.
You guys see that all right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dope. You
Where'd you
just
get it
got
from?
it, huh?
I ordered it from the Guitar Center online.
Oh, okay, cool.
hmm
You didn't want.
And
You
that's
didn't
what-
opt. She didn't opt.
That, what
for
made
the
you go through that?
Floyd
Just the
Earl.
color?
No, I just was looking because I wanted to get one for my music video I'm working on and start playing with my dad. My dad's retired now,
That's
so
cool.
he's got lots of time.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited for him. He's gonna come over and hang out and stuff.
Did he
Yeah.
recommend you to get that one, or you just?
No, it's just one that I thought, well,
Winged
that
it.
one's affordable. It's not like super pricey, and I like the color. And it's a
Oh.
good one to
Right.
start on. That's better than the one that I have in my living room because Mikey likes to play on that one.
Right.
I have a Squire, and it's like a $250 one in my living room. And it's just one that Man just sits and plinks on, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It probably doesn't sound the best. My dad was playing around with it the other day, and I was like, yeah, I gotta get something a little bit nicer if I want to
So
actually
that-
sound decent.
That color is called Crimson Red Burst.
Nice.
Okay.
Just so you know. Just so you know. Like if you ever
Thanks,
have to,
Jimmy.
yeah, it is really pretty. Like I like lacquer on guitars.
Yeah, me too.
I like lacquer on drums too, to be honest with you. But yeah, on guitars, I don't know. You know who always played the coolest guitars was Paul Stanley.
Yeah.
Like his Thunderbird was dope. That was like the coolest guitar ever. And then the Iceman, I love the Iceman. I want an Iceman because of Paul Stanley.
Yeah, I've been. Yeah,
It's a cool guitar. It's like so unique looking and like practical. It's not like
Yeah.
a Flying V. You know, a Flying V
Mhm,
looks cool,
right.
but it's not practical to sit down and play.
I know. I
Yeah.
hate.
You know what I
playing
mean?
I don't like
Yeah,
them.
I
I don't like
Yep.
the look of them.
Yep.
I just don't.
Yeah,
So I
those are
like.
Prince's guitars.
Eccentric.
So I like.
Yeah.
I have an Epiphone Explorer style Futura,
Cool.
and because I have a bad shoulder, I never really liked the Explorer styles. And when I sat down and actually played one, I actually like that I can rest my arm on the big old piece of wood sticking out right here.
Right.
And I can rest my arm on it. And I was like, oh, I actually really like these the Explorer styles. So I kind of dig the Explorer styles now. I say now, I've been playing it for about 8 years now, but I was always like an Ibanez like RG guy, Stratocaster style guy, it's the typical
Right.
that Strat looking
I used
style.
to have an RG I don't remember which one it was, but it was like an RG I don't know. Was it like 300, 400, something like that?
Yeah, 340. Yep.
Yeah. Mine was green.
Yeah.
But I got rid of it. I don't remember. I think I sold it and went and bought some cymbals. Because again, it's like I don't ever play this, but I'll play cymbals, because I'm mostly a drummer.
Right.
I had an RG 540, which was like the Steve Vai with the monkey grip on it. But
yeah, my old guitar player in my old band used to have one of those. It was white and it had those pearl inlays.
Yeah, the vines.
Nice.
That's what mine had on it too, and I was like, "This is too fruity. I got to get rid of this." So
Just the handle built into it is comical to me.
Yeah, the monkey grip. That's what it's called.
Yeah, because I mean, the way it's built, it already kind of has a handle on it.
I know. That's what I always thought too.
Like the horn that kind of goes out.
The horn, it looks like So
I like Telecasters myself. Like I really like Tellies and I like Les Pauls, but I also like I also like Strats too. Like,
dude, you ever see
Stratocasters? Nice American built Strats are beautiful.
Yep,
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, and I have go ahead. And I have a Mexican Telly sitting right here actually. So, but you ever see the John? I had a John 5 Telecaster. His signature.
Is that like black and like crazy colors and stuff? Yeah.
It's actually black with the chrome pickguard on it, dude. That thing's wicked nice, man. Okay. I had one of those, but I had a grounding issue that I couldn't get rid of, and the place I bought it from, I felt like I shouldn't have to keep tracking this grounding issue down, so they took it back for me. So this was at a store, and so they took it back for me, and I just he couldn't get another one, so I just took it back. It was like $900 guitar, and then I replaced it with. I think that's when I got my Mexican Stratocaster. So
yeah. Well, I mean, to me, a Mexican Stratocaster. I don't think it's like. They're great. They're great. Like it's either Mexicans make in Mexico or Mexicans making them in California or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it's the same. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
This one's made in Mexico. See, what I always liked about the Mexican one, this Mexican one, is it has the fatter, like the Yngwie Malmsteen. It's got the fatter headstock on it. Right. And that's what I liked about this Mexican one. My American Telly has the smaller headstock on it, but I liked how this had the big headstock on, like a Yngwie Malmsteen. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
nice.
Cool. So yeah, it's just a regular Sunburst. So it's but it plays better than my American Stratocaster.
Sure.
And I paid $2,000 for my American, and this was, I think, $800
$350 or something. Okay, 800.
Yeah,
it's more than
I got a really good.
There was like
brand new. Yeah,
there was like a wave of Squiers. I forgot that was a real Fender. Like there was a wave of Squiers. Like Squier is actually pretty good now.
They are.
During the 90s, Squier was not so good.
Right.
So, and for those who don't like, Squier is made by Fender.
Right.
So it's like they use the same parts and everything. There's some things that I'm not sure why. I guess it's just a more affordable version. Same thing with like Epiphone to Gibson. It's the same idea. But man, like, yeah, the Squiers during the 90s were trash. It was all trash. but somewhere in the last like 18 years, Squire really upped their value, and like you can get a guitar, a $450 guitar, which is still, I mean, that's not cheap, but I mean, hey, if you can buy a PlayStation 5 for $500, there's no reason why you can't buy a fucking, a Mexican Squire or whatever Telecaster for $450. Yeah, I'd really like to have. I had a Baja Telly back in like 2006 or 7, somewhere around in there, and that was pretty dope. That was a pretty dope guitar. But I was like paying on it. I knew a guy that owned a music store, and I was like, hey, would you like lease me this, until I pay it off? And he was like, yeah. I don't remember what the price was on the floor, but I think I paid him like twice and then just like didn't have a job. And so like I had that guitar for like 8 or 9 months for free.
Yeah.
I had to give it back. I had to give it back to him. But I still have the case. I still have the
Do you really?
I at least paid for that, damn it.
So here's the way I look at it. So you have all these large manufacturers in China that are pumping out the Squires, Fender contracts these, and so like this IYV guitar that you're talking about, and like these Gibsons and stuff, they're making really good guitars, these really good Chinese guitars, and these Squires. Okay, so they're made in a factory in China. So like even like say the Schecters and stuff, they're like made in say Indonesia. You got to remember, they're doing this all day long. These guys are luthiers. Let's make no mistake about it. These Chinese workers, they are luthiers, and they're really good at what they do. And you have to figure they're doing it all day long, and they're craftsmen, so they have to be good at it. So the guitars that they're pumping out, when you said back in the 90s, they were junk, but they were just getting started making these guitars. Now they're actually these people that they've trained, these craftsmen, they're craftsmen now. So they're making so many guitars. Their craftsmanship, they've trained and they've learned. They might do it fast, but they're darn good at it. So you got to think these guitars coming out, they're really good.
Yeah.
So
have you heard of Firefly? Do you know those? You ever heard of Firefly guitars?
Yeah, those are awesome guitars too. I watch a guy on YouTube because he does all these Chinese guitars, and like those Michael. There's another like Michael Benton guitars and stuff like that. Those cheap things, they're awesome guitars, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Fireflies, they don't make them anymore. They were like a quick run on Amazon, and like, dude, you could get like a Telly or a Les Paul for like $130, and the colors on them are dope. Like so cool. They had like this really cool red and black Telly that I saw that like it completely unique looking. Like, I mean, only the Fireflies make them, make them this way. And I really like, that's another thing that's cool about it is like, paint job is strictly aesthetic. It has no bearing on how the guitar sounds. You know what I mean? Obviously, we don't think about that, but we just, like the 80s with all the flamboyant and like, boisterous guitars and stuff like that, they're fun to look at, but like how what's the tone, how does it sound and stuff. But every now and then I'll find like just a finish or something that I just completely fall in love with, and then of course I can't buy it because it's way out of my reach or whatever. But
Kramer guitars were good for that.
Kramer. Well, they made the Gene Simmons bass, the Axe bass, the original Axe bass.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah. And let me see, Kramer's. I have an ESP too. That's a great guitar. That's kind of like one of my number one guitars to go to. What else? I have a guitar. It's called a Rev. They did like a really limited run of those. Those are kind of rare too. Rev, REVV. They make amps and stuff, but I'll go online and try to find one of those, and I can't find one of those guitars at all. So, hey, Laura, you're back.
I'm back.
I feel so bad. I feel like I've taken over.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about music and equipment.
Dude, I do this every single time I'm on Laura's show. I did it Saturday too. I was on with Susan
just
and Laura. And I
talking.
just like hijack, like, yeah. So it's like a bad, nasty habit.
Technically,
I don't know
wasn't
anything
supposed to
about
even be here.
guitars, so
I know. Sorry,
Susan-
Carla.
No, it's all good. I like listening to what you guys have to say. I'm learning a lot.
right. It's good information for her and
Yeah.
anybody else in the chat, that is interested.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You guys
If there's
play,
anybody
you guys
left.
play
So you
drums
have-
too, though. What kind of drums do you guys play? Hey, Jethro.
Hey, Jethro.
I have the Thomas Star Classics. That's what I was saying earlier. They're birch, which means, well, so it's a Star Classic performer. So they're made of birch, and that just basically means they're punchier. Like they're any instrument is meant for the stage, but I guess the idea is a punchier drum sounds better in a live setting. I don't know how true that really is. I think it's just kind of a thing people say, or I could just be making shit up. I don't know why it's called a performer. I always assumed that that's what it meant,
Right. Yeah.
that they're punchier. That bass drum though sounds dynamite. Like I have a maple bass drum, but it's a 20 by 22, so it's kind of looks like a cannon, sort of.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
And like recording it, it's like in person, playing it in a room or playing, it's like everyone's like, holy shit. But when I record and I use that Thomas Star Classic bass drum, it's like I've got that Lars Ulrich fucking like, because that's the guy that basically taught me how to find my balls, if you will, when it came to drums. Because there's just a point like where, because I mean the drums are loud, right? Drums are loud, and if you're a shy person, it doesn't mix very well. You know what I mean? So at some point, it's like, well, if it's loud, I better get good. And finally, like, I don't know, Lars just taught me a lot about being on it and then kind of confident in it. And now, I mean, I don't play like Lars does, but I guarantee you, if you were a Metallica fan and you listen to me play, you'd probably be able to pick out certain things that he showed me. You know what I mean? Because like he was a big inspiration to me during a very pivotal time while I was learning.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure that shit shines through.
Now, Bill, you're self-taught, right?
Yeah. I did take lessons for probably like 6 months and was irritated because they had me, on that rubber pad. And I was I said to my dad, I was like, they have me doing this pad and I'm going, I'm doing like paradiddles and stuff and like going 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 1, 2, 2. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, I don't want to do this. I want to like play drums. And so my dad bought me a drum set. And then I started like playing to like, I think the first song like I learned was like Welcome to the Jungle and stuff like that. And then I started playing to this group called Manowar. And
oh yeah, I know who Manowar is.
Yeah, dude. And then so that's how I started getting into like metal. And then I started.
Good place to start with your metal group. Metal. I'm not trying to talk over you, but like that's pretty impressive that Manowar was something that inspired you because they're very niche,
Oh,
badass.
Dude, yeah. Actually, so, dude, I went to this kid's house, right? And he actually, they're the first ones, I should say, because this kid had a drum set, and I was like, I always wanted to play drums, and he had this cassette tape called "Fighting the World" by Manowar, and I was like, So the artist that did all the Kiss albums did Manowar's albums, like all the artwork. And I was like, this is friggin' awesome looking. So he put in that album, and on the B side was this song called Defender. And he played the drums to it. And I was like, can I try it? So then I played it, and he was like, dude, you played drums before? I was like, I've never played drums. He goes, well, you're a natural. I was like 13 years old. Well, he was too. And so that I started taking the lessons and stuff. And then I was like for 6 months. And then my dad finally bought me a drum set. And then I bought that cassette tape. I learned like that whole, and then I was like, well, I'm past this. And then I bought Sepultura, Beneath the Remains. and I learned that album, and then I heard King Diamond for the first time, and then I heard of Mickey D was the drummer, and I was like, okay, this guy, I got to learn how to play like him. So that was the guy that like was my inspiration. Yeah, Lars, like he had like a lot of like the single, his right foot doing a lot of like and I was like into like a lot of that stuff that he was doing, mimicking that and learning how to do the drums on one. And like I think everybody learned how to play that song One. And
right.
So that was the
Well, it's
inspiration for
crazy.
me.
That one's like, that's one of those songs that's like, again, I'm not trying to talk over you, but
yeah, go ahead.
The time signature in that is so crazy, you know, and like
I think
being
it was
able
really
to
ahead of
find
time.
it really was. And the thing also about that is like a lot of people give Lars a bunch of shit and say he's not a good drummer, but
I think he is.
I do too. I disagree with that like a lot because of that album that One is on, the Justice and Justice for All, like they didn't know about time signatures. They weren't sitting there counting shit. They were just feeling it, you know? And I'm not, you know, I'm just going to say One does not make you want to shake your ass. You know, it's not that kind of groove that you can just fall into, you know, and then to be able to put that together and like, and had only, dude, he had only been playing for like 6 weeks when he joined Metallica, you know, he hadn't been playing for very long at all.
Oh,
So
Jason,
it's like,
you talking about?
No, Lars Ulrich. He'd only been playing for like 6 weeks when he joined Metallica. When he and James Hetfield got together.
Oh, you're talking about the early 80s.
Yeah. He, you know, so like you think about that, like when you listen to that, you know, Kill 'Em All, right? I'm trying to think of songs, the Four Horsemen and Seek and Destroy and those songs. Dude, he'd only been playing drums for like a year at that point.
Right.
You know, here I am defending the shit out of Lars Ulrich for no reason whatsoever. I don't know. I just always thought he was really good. And I mean, when you're talking about bands like King Diamond and like, you know, Manowar and stuff like that, and that being like an inspiration to you, that I can tell that means like technical. You're thinking about like what you're thinking about the patterns that you're playing, perhaps, or maybe you're not. Maybe you just practice them enough to where it just kind of happens now. For me, I was always into like Motown and R&B, you know, and I like to make people want to shake their ass. That's how I like to play. And so I kind of fell out of metal, you know, during like my early 20s. I listened, I basically felt like I expended my whole hard, you know, metal teenage like angst feeling. You know, I'd gone through all these bands. I loved Ozzy and Sabbath and Kiss and Metallica, you know. Like I ended up being like a Skid Row fan by the end of it, you know. Skid Row's badass.
Yeah.
But I don't know, there's just at some point like everything shifted and I started listening to more like indie rock stuff and things that were way more experimental and like I like the idea of being clever in the studio with it, you know, taking like a reel-to-reel, right? Like a reel-to-reel recorder and playing your guitar solo on that and then playing it and recording that and then messing with the speed of the tape just for fun. Because, you know, I mean, like, yeah, you're never going to be able to replicate that live, but you're able to like, I don't know, you're just playing around and you're having fun with sound and then cool things happen. I kind of like lean more towards that rather than like the idea of being extremely technical and thinking too much and math. I have no time for any of that. I totally respect people who can.
Say
The end.
Jethro had I said, hey guys, check out a Luther, his knowledgeable and funny Miles House Studio. It was Richard's Customs Guitars. I don't know if you guys.
Richard Customs.
know what he's talking about there, but
Studio. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one.
I like to shake and wiggle my ass. See, that's perfect.
yeah, see, Steph likes to shake it. So it just says the lyrics from Metallica and music by YouTube done by Chris Cornell Acoustic Rocks.
Yeah, Steph, I'm a
I'll have
huge
to look at
Stevie
that.
Ray fan, and I've seen George Thorogood
On.
like 3 times in concert.
Nice.
See, I can't stand George Thorogood. I can't. I just can't with that. It's that biker rock, you know.
I only saw him in concert because I got the tickets for free. My mother used to work at she used to sell the tickets, Laura, at the Stanley.
Nice. Oh, yep.
Yeah, so I got all those tickets for free. I must have been 15 years old. So I got to meet everybody always backstage. And
Oh,
so I
that's
saw
cool.
Joan Jett, met her backstage, saw Gloria Estefan,
Cool.
met her backstage. The Bengals,
Nice.
met them backstage.
Well, everybody
That's
used to
cool.
play at the Stanley.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like,
That's-
if he was opening for a band that I was there to see, I wouldn't be upset. Let's say that's the thing. Like, I saw Ted Nugent twice by accident, really, because like he opened up for Kiss one year, and then I think the following year, a friend of mine had Ted Nugent tickets and just asked me if I wanted to go, and I got to see Rat, Cinderella. No, that was Poison. I can't remember who opened up for him. I thought Skid Row did, but I'm pretty sure that was at Poison too. I don't know.
That's
I
cool.
don't really. Yeah, I would never have gone, or I never would have seen that guy because it was not something that I ever cared about. Even though Stranglehold's a badass song,
Yeah.
I just never ever would have, gone to see him on my own or whatever. I haven't been
Steph,
to a
was it me
concert.
that
in
was
10
talking
years.
about Skid Row? Or no, somebody you were talking about how awesome Skid Row is.
Skid Row is dope, man. Sebastian Bach is a bad motherfucker. Like,
Dude, he's awesome. I love Sebastian Bach.
yeah, crazy. The range and the like just being able to hold the notes. Like, I swear to God, that kid had to have been a screaming, crying child, and his parents just let him do it.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they're working on a get together or something like that. I heard.
yeah, I heard they're trying to put their differences aside and just try to go for it.
Yes, that's what I heard too. So I think that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'd check that out.
Or maybe it was me and maybe it was Wayne Dawson or somebody or Jimmy Watson. We were in the comments. I think that's what it was last time.
It might have been.
Yeah, one of those guys we were talking about it. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
All of you. Laura,
That's
go
hard
first.
to say.
You're gonna have me go first? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to be shocked. I've never been to a concert.
Okay.
All right, Carla.
Prince.
Woo, but you guys can't claim that.
We're gonna have to change that.
That
What'd you
was
say,
in
Carla?
03. Prince.
Oh, yeah, that's
2003.
amazing.
Yeah, that
in
must have been
California.
awesome.
Yeah, it was
that's
around
badass.
Christmas.
I'm totally jelly.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say two. I'm gonna do two of them because I can't really decide. I'm gonna say I think it was
That's well.
2016. It's gonna be Paul McCartney and 1984 Michael Jackson.
Oh my
dude, that was
God.
amazing.
Yeah, that must have been one hell of a
Like-
show.
Like
Yeah.
peak Michael Jackson.
Yep.
Like,
Right?
just now moonwalking Michael Jackson. He just got
Just
Yeah,
after,
no kidding,
just
right?
after Thriller. I think it was just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
that's
dope.
insane.
I was 10.
Nice.
He one upped me.
How about you,
Yeah.
Jimmy?
You win, Bill.
So
Thank
my
you.
first concert was pretty cool, and that was Ozfest '97. So I got to see Typo Negative, Pantera, and Ozzy Osbourne.
Pantera.
Yeah, like
Just
yeah,
stop
like
at typo,
Ozzy.
Jimmy.
what's up?
Just stop right at typo.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was pretty crazy.
Dude, I still can't get over that he's gone.
Yeah.
It bugs me so much that he's gone.
Yeah, I wonder what he'd be doing today.
So,
You know,
dude,
I wonder.
it killed me.
Yeah, it was something else, man. Like
Peter Steele.
the Cinnamon Girl, their cover of Cinnamon Girl is pretty good.
Oh.
Mm.
So all right. So let me tell you a quick story about what's the cassette? I don't know. So I have my brother. He got me into typo like I don't know in the early what was it? It was the 90s.
Yeah.
He gives me the cassette tape, right? And I put the cassette tape in, and it has this. There's a spot on there when you first put it in where typo does like a is it with the two girls on it kissing or something?
Oh yeah, that's Bloody Kisses.
Bloody Kisses, I think.
Yeah.
And it has like like when you everybody goes through that with a cassette tape who not for these younger people, but where you're like you think your cassette tape is messed up and it does like a weird sound.
All right.
Well, that cassette tape, they purposely did it. So I'm like trying to figure out what's wrong on my tape. And then Peter Steele comes on and he's laughing. He goes, I hope you like the little joke we pulled on you there. Here's our first song. And then they go into the first song. But that's on I think it's on one of their albums. And
Yeah.
I thought something was wrong with my cassette tape, but it's so cool that like Typo pulls like a prank on you on their cassette tape.
Right.
So I don't know if you have that cassette tape or if you ever heard that, dude, but it's friggin' hilarious. But my brother knew it first because he got the prank pulled on me. So he's like, here, check out this band Typo Negative. And so he puts it in, and I'm like trying to go, what the what's wrong with my cassette tape? And he started like hiding his like laughter. He's like covering his mouth. And like then Peter Steele comes on, this guy that talks like this. And I'm like, what? And he says, I hope you like the little prank we pulled on you. So yeah.
Yeah, Typo was dope, man. Typo was a cool band. I mean, I listen to a lot of it now and kind of laugh, but I still enjoy it.
Kind of gimmicky, yeah.
Yeah. And, well, it's just the way he's continuous. There's two things that band does. So the guitar player is forever being like, vroom, into whatever the next part of the song is. It's always that vroom down the guitar neck.
It's like a
and
rev.
then Peter Steele is Peter Steele is always being like, oh, like all the time. Like I don't know. He just everyone else is like baby or yeah. He goes, oh. And he's so fucking like, what are you doing?
He's always got the clicky,
having a good time, yeah.
And yeah, Jethro, I saw Megadeth 1993. Stone Temple Pilots opened up for them. That was on their Rust in Peace album. That's pretty good.
That would be a cool show.
Yeah, when Marty Friedman was playing.
Oh, that playing for Typo?
No, for Megadeth. I was Jethro's comment. Yeah.
Oh, right. Sorry. You shifted gears. So Stone Temple Pilots open for Megadeth.
Yeah, 1993.
I'd still watch that. It's two totally different worlds.
Yeah, dude, it didn't go over well because
I bet
everybody like was like wigging out. I remember who's the dude who sang for Stone Temple Pilots? Scott
Weiland.
Yes, who passed away. So he stopped. He stopped the concert. He stopped the band, and he was going like, "Hey, man!" He was like yelling at some dude on the general like admission floor in the front. He's like, "We were invited here, man," because like people were like booing him because you're like people from Megadeth were there to see like heavy stuff, and like they were there like, "We're the master fan." It was just like we were not here to see that. I didn't care, but like yeah, and but then some dude was like shining a laser in Dave Mustaine's eye.
I heard about that.
Yeah, dude, that was I was at that concert, and
He's
Dave
like,
was like,
yeah, call him
I'm
out.
gonna come down and he's like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
you can shine a laser in Dave's face." That was a concert I was at. Yeah. So
Wow.
it seems to be a running gag with people shining lasers in Dave Buttstein's eyes.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, Carla.
For what?
You still there?
Yeah, I'm
Poor
here.
thing.
Oh, there's nothing wrong.
All
It's all
right.
good.
I know. How about you girls? You girls want to talk about I don't know, something. Go ahead.
Want to talk about something?
Yeah, change
Oh,
oil
geez.
in the cars or something.
Oh, well, you guys were great. I was listening. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed listening to you guys.
So Jimmy, you know that Peter Steele had a band before that, right?
Jimmy's laughing.
I don't. I'm sure he did. I'm sure I've heard of that. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was a thrash metal band called Carnivore.
Oh,
Okay, I
Sounds
think that
cool.
sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The whole typo negative thing was kind of fast for me. Like I enjoyed it, and I watched. There was a good documentary that they did. It was really funny, or like because like back then there was a lot of these like home video style things mixed with music
Yeah.
videos.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
it's kind of like a thing that's kind of lost these days. I always think it was a great format. It's like you get to see kind of like the fun stuff that the band does, and then you also get to see kick ass music videos. And I think they don't work hard enough on music videos anymore. They're not going to work hard so much more. It's just a product. And I forgot what we do, but there wasn't me. It's just I don't know. I like that style. And, I had like other videos like that. And, you know,
Jimmy's back away.
He's scratchy. Is it just me, or is it? Yeah, he's turning into a cyborg.
I thought it was me.
No,
No,
I
it's
think it's
me.
me.
I thought
So
I
now,
did
Jimmy,
it.
you got to say it all over again.
Testing.
Now you're muted.
Now, yeah, you're muted.
Testing.
is it better?
I thought it was me.
There
I
you
thought
go,
it was
Jimmy.
My mic was like,
Okay.
oh crap.
There you go. That's better.
Okay, so
No, I was just waiting
I
to
don't
see
remember
where it was
what-
coming from. So you're all good.
sorry. It's my interface. I don't know why it does that. It just every now and then. If you're ever on my stream, you know we're all familiar.
Welcome
with,
to the
with steady
technical
mics.
issue world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us. And the worst
I
of
don't
us.
remember what I was saying. I don't remember what I was saying. So, whatever.
I'm the queen of it.
Steph goes, what drugs were you all doing that you guys thought it was just you hearing that?
Oh,
And I was just trying to figure out where it was coming from.
I muted myself because I was like, is it scratching on my end? Can you guys
Right,
hear
right.
that crap?
Sorry.
It's all good. Don't worry
We
about it.
figured it out.
Sound like
Explain,
special
Bill.
effects, actually.
Yeah, just not
Yeah.
very good ones.
My dad used to do that all the time with
Yeah,
his
there's
mics.
Bill is demon talking there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I've got all that crap too. I just can't use any of it.
I have an auto tuner, like an actual like piece of equipment that's an auto tuner that I could like hook up and fuck with like that, but I haven't.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
just
that's
one more
fun to
thing,
do.
right?
Games.
Right.
Yeah,
One more
right.
thing to play with.
Yeah, it's like I was saying, like, dude, like with like the OBS. I mean, obviously you're like way more proficient at it than I am, but like when I was doing my live show, like you heard what I was saying, like, I mean, I was like new at it, and but by the time like I was like ready to do my show, I was exhausted because, all right, if I wanted to change something, Okay, say my buddy wasn't going to show up to host with me that day.
Mhm.
I'd have to like change all my scenes
Uh-huh.
or like get them all shuffled in line to go, okay, shove those ones down there because I know I'm not going to use those. And then like it just things would change where, and then I'd have to like have you know the deal. It just was like, you know, and then when you're running it
Yeah.
yourself,
That's
and, like,
why-
and yeah.
That's why when I was doing the end of the night show, I was using a combination of OBS and StreamYard, because that way I have a scene set up for just me talking to the camera. And then when the guest comes on, it's a totally different scene, and I'm sharing a StreamYard scene and
Mhm.
letting StreamYard take care of that end of it for me,
Oh, wow.
rather than
Okay.
having to mess around with OBS doing it. Because OBS, you know, there's this thing called Video Ninja, and it's actually very confusing. I was trying to show Laura how to use that on day one,
I know.
because it was like,
Poor
okay, I know
Jimmy.
what she was.
Poor Laura.
Yeah, and like
Poor
I was
Jimmy,
doing my
not
best.
me.
I was trying to make
Said
it
you
as
were,
easy
like,
as possible.
3 hours trying to help her out with it or something.
He did great.
Yeah.
It's just that
Yeah.
it's easier if
Oh,
we were in
man.
person.
That's
It's really hard to show somebody stuff over a
So-
computer.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, sorry, Jimmy. I'll let you finish your thought, and then I'll tell you how I was using Video Ninja. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying, like, when it comes to having a guest, I feel like StreamYard has that down. I wish there was like a plugin that you could use to make it easier, because Video Ninja, I mean, you can use it, and I will use it from here on out because now I understand it. But when you're starting out, it's like, this is too much. I don't want to fucking deal with this. You know, I
Yeah.
just want to go. I just want to go. And so I feel you on that, like putting everything together and then something changes at the last minute. And so now you have to like read, you know, you have to, with StreamYard, it just made it pretty easy. I didn't have to worry about any of that stuff. But
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
your turn.
yeah, dude. So here's the way I was doing it. Like, I didn't have a good Well, I had cameras, and I was using 2 iPads, one to
Mhm.
show my co-host, one to show me, and then of course I was using Video Ninja to mirror those. So I'm using
Right.
the internet like 4 times. 2 iPads through Video Ninja. And then I'm using the
geez.
internet through OBS, and then of course I'm using the internet to like stream. So that's
Yeah.
really like 4 times I'm using the internet. So finally I got these
Right, right.
OBS, these little tiny OBS cameras. They're friggin' awesome. But so it's way more reliable. These little tiny guys. These are awesome. But
Okay.
anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, what I was doing, like streaming OBS through, and then the cameras would glitch out because I'm streaming through Video Ninja, and there was too many variables, so it was
Right.
just like, okay, yeah,
Too many
so I
things
had
that
to-
can go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and then, okay, what if I want to have a guest? Now, like, I gotta send somebody to link through like Video Ninja and like figure that out through OBS. You know, because I would want to have Laura on, maybe even Carla, like whatever, anybody on. Now I got to figure that out. And like you said, when you're new at it, it gets overwhelming. All right, now I got to create a
Yeah.
scene for that. I got to invite them. How do I do it? Am I going to mess that up? And then like they're on hold and they're like, this guy doesn't know what the blanky's doing.
Right.
So I didn't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. it's a pain,
Right.
so.
Yeah, yeah. So if you're still doing stuff like that, man, I say and you want it to be easy, I say just put in a browser source and then share your use StreamYard. But see, you can use it for free when you do it with this method. You're just sitting in the room, like you know how when if you know you just sit in the room before Laura goes live. You're just hanging out in the room here.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay. Yeah, so you don't have to pay for that. You can just hang out in a room together and talk. So then you can you'll have the watermark to deal with if you can deal with that. But you can still kind of probably even crop that out. You know.
So you just have the little duck thing.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think that you could crop most of it out or whatever. But Either
Mhm.
way, like that way you can just have somebody be in StreamYard. Now the thing is, when they do that, chat doesn't show up in StreamYard when you do it this way because you're not live on StreamYard. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have it over the
So
corner.
right. So your guest, if they want to see chat, they have to have the stream open on something so that they can see chat.
Okay, like on their cell phone or something, and watch it on
Right.
their cell phone or something like that. Okay.
Yeah. That's really the only kind of like inconvenience I can, that it posed during the time that I used it. But I interviewed both Laura and Carla that way,
Right.
and it went really well.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think. See, that's not really a bad downfall. I don't think.
Not at
Local
all.
stuff.
And
Yeah.
and then you don't even have to pay for StreamYard. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to.
Okay. See,
Right.
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking you'd have to still pay that 40, but you're used to using the free side of it.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Innovation, bro. It's what I do.
All right. Cool, man. Yeah. So then, have you ever done a guest through OBS
Yeah.
and you said this
Yeah.
sucks?
Mm,
Was it kind of, or is it
for me at this point, I think it makes more sense to do it that way. But
okay?
also, though, I mean, I don't know. I need to learn more about Video Ninja because last time I had guests on, I had Crow and Matt Benton on, and we used Video Ninja for that, and it worked and everything. I mean, they can hear me and I can hear them, but they can't see the chat or they can't see the stream, and it's another one of those situations where they can't see the stream
Yeah.
unless they're watching it.
Oh. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. But whereas when you're using StreamYard, they can see what's going on to a degree. I mean, they can see the StreamYard side of it anyway. And then that,
Yeah.
that's a little bit more comfortable for them. So it's like I see benefits to both. I just need to learn more about Video Ninja. I don't really have guests on that often,
Yeah.
anymore. I mean, I've thought about maybe doing it again, but I just keep coming back to I think it'd be better for me to make videos doing interviews that way, like rather than doing them live. Because my whole thing about doing them live was I wanted more interaction from the chat. Like chat goes and goes and goes, and everyone has something to say until you ask them. Now you have like a select few who will always ask questions. I learned, but like
Right.
a lot of people have a lot of questions, and then when you say, "Hey, it's time for questions," it's like no one can think of anything to ask. So it's
Yeah.
and no one wanted to come up either. That was another thing. I liked the idea
Oh.
of having the caller come up and talk to you.
Right.
Talk.
Right.
Because like not
Wayne
everybody's
did
gonna.
it a lot. Wayne did
Yeah.
it a lot.
Yeah, he was a
Yeah.
trooper with
I
it.
love Jimmy's show. I miss
Right.
it. I miss
He's
Jimmy's
so cute.
show.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I was like, how did you do the phone calls? How did you do that? You were like
The phone
doing people would call, yeah, you do like a phone number.
Did
and
I?
then people would call, yeah. People would call a phone number and you'd have them
Oh.
like video call
Didn't you
in.
just send
No,
them
no,
the
no, no,
link,
so it was
Jimmy,
just-
and then they just pop
Yeah.
up?
Yeah.
I think
So
it
it's
was
just
like
like
a
this.
StreamYard link. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
But-
the exact same thing we're doing right now.
But
Mhm.
okay, but like I don't know, there was like a 1-800 number or something, or you were just messing around. Was it like
No.
fake?
I
okay.
may have said that for fun. I don't remember that. I must
Right,
have been fooling
yeah.
around if I
There was
said
like
that.
an
You have to
actual,
go
you
back
didn't say
and
it.
watch.
There was like an actual
No.
1-800.
No, no,
All right.
no.
Well, I remember one time.
Because
it was
Bill
like-
called it, right?
Yeah, I called it. And it's like,
Yeah.
you idiot.
That's
I
cute.
dialed this fake number. No,
Jimmy's
I remember
Pizza,
Where'd
can I
you
help you?
win?
it was last year, but anyways, some dude came on and he had a mask on. He was like, yeah, I was wondering. We're like, what? And he was like, well, I was just wondering. Here, just let me take this mask off. And he took the mask off. I'm like, what was that all about? You have a mask on.
That
I
was
can't remember who did that. That wasn't
it was
Mask
Rob.
Guy Johnny, was it?
it
I
was
don't remember.
Rob.
It was
Oh,
just funny because he
Y'all
was
remember
like,
Rob?
Yeah.
he was trying to ask a
Yeah.
question. You couldn't
Dude.
understand. It was all muffled, and he was just
What
like,
happened to Rob?
yeah. It's funny.
He's
gone.
he's gone.
Yeah.
He's indisposed
It's
at the
okay.
moment.
Like,
He's just, but it's like
gone.
Teshy.
He's gone.
Yeah,
It's been
Teshy's
a
A while
gone.
anyway.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Teshy in forever.
I know.
There's a lot of people that are MIA. You know, you wonder.
Yeah, not me. I'm here. I'm here.
Actually, somebody just asked me what happened to Jimmy Watson. I go, well, he always has a lot of internet problems.
Jamie's
Yeah.
still around.
Yeah.
I saw him
it's,
today.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you? Okay.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
He was having some issues with technical stuffs. I can't remember what he
Right.
said. He
So-
messaged me. He's like,
So
I'm
he's-
still
he's-
here, just so you
Yeah,
know.
Jamie's
I'm just
fun.
having some issues outside of YouTube with the technical stuff. I can't remember what he said it was, but
Right. So he'll be back.
nothing,
He'll be back.
nothing
I
bad.
keep getting a little
He's-
lag on my end.
Mm,
I want to try something, so I will be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
Promise.
So yeah, it's just, yeah. We had some friend who was asked me. I think it was Susan, and I said no. He always has like internet issues or I
Yeah,
said something
he's
going on.
around.
He'll be back.
I think it was something like that. I can't remember.
They were, you know,
Service.
people disappear for a little while, and because there's a lot of them that I haven't seen in a long time, like Dotson. I haven't seen him in a while.
I
Oh.
know. It's
Yeah.
been a long time since I've
Life outside of stuff going on
Yeah.
that, you know, they couldn't help. So
Then we
Yeah.
get a lot
I
of
know
people
a
that
few.
leave that are just, you know, are tired of the drama and the crap, and they just.
I was going to say that too, Laura. You
Yeah.
know, could be they're just like, you know, maybe something, you know, in the, that they don't like, I don't know what's going on.
Well, I
or
got that from a
something.
lot of people. They're tired of the drama, so they just step away.
You know, they're distancing themselves and maybe they're just lurking just to
Yeah.
stay there and
Probably is a thing, yeah.
keep up with what's going on. And, you know,
And then you got to mix it up too. That's why I like to do the open mics, because then we can talk about anything and everything.
yeah, typo
Instead of
negative
just-
guitars.
Yeah, you know, just so it's not
Active
just
pickups.
strictly just
Yeah.
paranormal.
Right.
Because,
Stuff that
Just
people are like,
just
what
for
are active
Right.
pickups?
Dope.
right, yes, the stuff goes bingo. Yeah, it's the drama that killed it, and a lot of people have just said, "I've had enough of
Trivia
this
night
crap.
with
I'm outta
Bill.
here."
Yeah.
it's just the drama.
Don't use duct tape
So-
on your exhaust.
Yeah, duct tape. I
Carla.
love that.
That was so funny. Duct tape?
I'm telling you, there's people that would do that. I'm serious.
It'll melt and it'll hold for a while.
It'll get
Probably
you
cause
home.
a fire.
It'll get you home.
Oh, why do I smell smoke? The back seat's on
What
fire.
was the actual answer? Clothes hanger?
Yeah, wire.
Use
For
a wire
clothes
clothes
hanger,
hanger. Don't use a
Yeah.
plastic one.
No, not yeah.
If you can find
I
metal
can see that
ones
too.
anymore.
I know, really, you can't.
I
Yeah.
keep metal ones specifically for problems like that, and if you get locked out of your car,
Actually,
Right.
those wire ones,
the wire hangers.
those are awesome for like what's called brazing. So like you use them for like solder with a torch. Like those are for like, yeah, I wish I had like a ton of them because
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, they're awesome. Steph,
Closet.
butt chugging. What's that? What's going on? What is she talking about?
Safety wire was a saying. Yeah, this stuff comes in handy.
It's
I
a
wish I
safe
knew.
I mean, you
word.
know, the day when you had to fix the hole in your muffler and you couldn't do it, so you just put the tin can over it. So now they're talking old school. The coffee can over the muffler.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go grab me a
tomato soup
beverage. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that used to do that.
Wisdom, you're still here. Thanks, buddy.
Oh,
We need
But
all
yeah,
the help.
wire
we can
hangers
get.
are a
Yeah.
must.
we need all the help we can get.
Yeah.
Steph, thank you for
Are you
Yeah.
insinuating that we stink? I mean, you know,
Not you guys, me.
You don't. Not
Your
at
numbers
all.
are always low when I'm on.
No.
No, they're
No.
not.
They see the thumbnail and they're like, "Oh, yeah, all right, I'm not."
Oh,
good
not
on
that
show for
great. Yeah,
Not for that show.
that guy never shuts up, man.
Yeah, Steph.
Of course, he leaves when the chugging is questioned. Oh, let's see. They use safety wire in motorcycle racing to keep the bolts and parts from shaking loose under stress. Oh,
It's
True.
called
Okay.
braces
No, I never had. I should have had them, but I never did.
with the rubber bands.
wow,
They're
your
horrible.
teeth are in good shape.
Yeah, I mean, they're not too bad, but I do have a Muttley. You know that cartoon
Yeah,
character.
sticks out. Yeah. Stuff's like, oh my God, yeah, bungee cords. Oh yeah, that bungee cords come in handy.
Yeah.
But that was a must back in the day. You always had wire hangers in the car because you
Yeah.
just never know.
In case you lock the keys in it.
Yeah, I got really good at doing that.
Yeah, tell that to what's that guy's name? The Potato Hill guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I'm really good
Yeah.
at picking deadbolts.
I'm sure he had wire hangers in his car too, Laura.
Oh yeah, probably.
Hinkle, what was his name?
Bernard.
Bernard something.
Bernard Hatch.
Hatch. Bernard Hatch. I'm sure he had wire hangers in his car too, there, Laura.
Oh God, that's just because that poor woman. But anyway,
It was more than one.
actually, yeah, more than one. Over, yeah.
Well, they
over
think
25.
that they could prove, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So there's probably more than that.
Yeah.
Way more than that. But yeah, apparently, well, he used rope on that chick. It wasn't no
Right.
So because I guess they found the rope.
Yeah,
So
wow.
yeah, that was pretty sick.
Crazy.
But yeah, the wire hangers
you
are the
know.
best. I think I still
it's
got a
not
bunch
that
in the
crazy.
closet.
Jimmy's back.
There he is.
It's
Ta-da.
returned.
Jimmy.
He has returned.
I was thirsty. I needed a drink.
Mm-hmm.
It's all that guitar talk. Dries you
Is
out.
it hot in
No.
Indiana? Is it hot over
No,
there? Are
it's-
you getting flooded too?
It's nice. It's been pretty
It's
nice. I
nice.
mean, we've had some rain and stuff, but the past couple of days have been pretty nice. I think the
Oh,
last
waiting
shitty
for
day we had
nice.
was like Sunday. Sunday was cold and rainy.
Oh, we're gonna get rain Sunday.
You guys
we're gonna get dry on Sunday.
For once.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna rain.
Oh,
I guarantee you, wash out.
Steph,
Yeah,
I get it.
it's
I saw that movie.
pretty moist over there.
That seemed
It's
to freak me
extremely
out.
moist. Oh yeah, I hurt Mommy Dearest with the no wire hanger
Cake
because
moist.
I had a closet full of
cake.
wire hangers.
I love
And
chocolate
spring is
cake.
on its way.
Yeah, Laura was talking about it the other day. I was like, I want some
Yeah.
chocolate cake too.
Did you send that message to Crow, Carla, about the picture and the
Oh.
mayonnaise recipes?
The mayo? The mayo,
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo? No, I will. I'll send it to him. I'll do that one.
I thought you were making the mayonnaise. That's how I make cake.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
I-
Oh,
that
yeah.
same thing.
Yep.
'Cause
Yeah, we were
you
talking
put
about
mayo-
that. So
Yeah.
I have a recipe in
Yeah.
there in Laura's magazine that you use mayo.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a
man.
pineapple cake, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pineapple upside down cake with mayo.
Right.
Because really, it's just whipped egg or whatever, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, eggs
Mhm,
are
Egg
and
white.
oil.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
which already goes in cake anyway.
I was just gonna say that
Yeah.
exactly. Yep.
Is
Yeah,
your
so
cake
it's-
chocolate, Jimmy?
Makes it
Yeah.
moist.
Yeah, I've heard of that recipe. Yeah, the
Okay,
chocolate
Carla.
mayonnaise cake. Moist.
Any cake, really, any of those Duncan
Nope.
Hines cakes or whatever you get, man. Instead of using oil, you use mayonnaise, and it'll be
Mm.
the best cake you've ever had in
Good
your
tip.
life.
Nice.
Will it-
Yeah, I always
will it
use
be
milk
moist?
too. I don't use water.
Okay.
It was
No,
kind
you know
of it was
water.
hard to find 5 different recipes with the use of mayo.
Really?
It
That makes
was
it
because
moist.
most of them were salads. There was like egg salad, potato salad, pasta salad. I was like, is there
Right.
something different?
Wait, the
Right.
cake mix was egg salad? Egg salad cake?
No,
Oh man.
no,
Yummy.
no. It was for Laura's magazine for May, so I
For
did
the
crow with
Cinco de Mayo there. Yeah.
5 recipes with Cinco de
Wow.
Mayo. It was
Yeah,
fun.
that was a tribute to Crow.
Yeah.
Deviled eggs, right? Yeah, it's always
Mhm.
eggs or some sort of
Yeah.
salad. Yeah.
Right.
But see, when I do like tuna salad or any of that, like I prefer to use Miracle Whip, and I know that not a lot of people like that, but
Dude, I
grew
love
up.
Miracle Whip.
Yeah, I do too. I grew up on Miracle Whip.
So did
thinking it was
I.
mayonnaise. Yeah,
So
I
did
thought that's
I.
I
Oh.
called it mayonnaise, and then it was like then I discovered that it wasn't mayonnaise, and I remember that blew my
Mhm.
mind. I was like, wait a minute, what do you mean? My mom was like, I don't like mayonnaise, that's why I get this.
My mother too.
Yeah.
My mother
Yeah.
too.
Oh god, no, Hellman's all the way, nothing else.
Yeah, I love Hellman's too. So like Hellman's is what, but actually the great value is pretty good. But anyways, but it has to be Hellman's. But yeah,
Yeah.
like Miracle Whip, especially like a bologna sandwich. It's
Oh, yeah.
Miracle Whip.
Mm-mm-mm.
Now don't use Miracle Whip in a
tasty.
cake. Don't do that. It'll burn.
No. No.
It'll burn.
It's got a weird
Have you made
taste
that
to
mistake,
it.
Jimmy?
I will
Cake
not
fire.
confirm nor deny.
Yeah. Don't put
He's just
soy
putting out
sauce
that-
on your
that-
Egos.
Don't put what on your
Aw.
egg? You say soy
You
sauce?
accidentally think it's syrup. It's not syrup.
Oh man.
That'd
My
be
sister
awful.
did that.
Oh my, that must have been a
I was like,
surprise.
that's not syrup.
Yo, my we
Way
got
to ruin
Chinese
an
food
Eggo.
once, and I
Nobody
told my son
wanted
to
to
get
Lego that Eggo.
I told my son to get the soy sauce out, like the Kikkoman soy sauce. And he
Right?
handed me the Worcestershire.
Oh
Worcestershire?
yeah, Worcestershire.
And I put it on my beef with broccoli, and it was friggin' he friggin' wrecked my food, man. I was so pissed.
Oh no.
He
He
like
did it on
laughed.
purpose.
He
He
didn't,
wrecked
but
it.
he like laughed. I was like, hey, how about a sorry instead of laughing? So I was pissed.
It's like, no,
Oh,
Dad.
man.
Oh no,
You're
he-
still
he, like-
pissed. I can
I
tell.
was still pissed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he feels a grudge.
Really ruined his beef.
Got the broccoli grudge going on.
Yeah. Well, I was
Yeah.
actually like, I stopped like mid. I was like, whoa, what? And then yeah. But I was able to like drown it out with the Kikkoman soy sauce. So, and it has to be Kikkoman, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be any other.
Label horror.
Well, yeah. When you grow up, like label, like I remember going to my buddy's, his house, like they'd always get like black and white label stuff, like stuff that like made no sense to
Right.
me. I was like, it just said like peanut butter on it. And it was like, what is this? It's peanut butter. And I'm like, no, it ain't. It just says peanut butter on it. It's like, yeah, no, it's peanut butter. I'm like, yeah, but it's not. It doesn't say Jif on it.
Right. Oh,
And,
it's
you know,
peanut butter.
Yeah, it's peanut butter. See, it says it right on the label. I'm like, no, like I didn't understand that stuff. And like every time I go to his house, I had to get used to like that. Like for like cereal
Oh.
and stuff. Like it wasn't like corn pops. It was like Johnny Pops or something. It was like some
Yeah,
weird name.
off-brand.
You know, it was like
It's
pedal
not the
pedal
same.
pops. Yeah, it was
It's a
like
lie.
not fruity pebbles. It was like farty
Dino
Poodles or something.
Brights or something.
Dino
Yeah,
Brights.
there
Yeah,
you go.
I didn't get it. You know,
You're looking at it like, what the hell is this?
yeah, Dino Rubbles or something. Or,
Yeah. Oh God. It's not the
so
same.
I always
shit.
had to, I always had to get used to that. But like I was like, okay, I'm going the way it's gonna be for the weekend.
Yeah.
Right. Hi, James.
What's your favorite
Uh,
brand of peanut butter then?
Me,
Yeah.
Jif,
Like Jif.
Jimmy,
Jimmy?
definitely Jif.
What's your favorite peanut butter?
So I recently bought Peter Pan and I've been eating it with a spoon, and it's like almost half gone, and it's like a full size jar too.
Yeah. Peter Pan.
I love eating peanut butter with a spoon. Yeah.
I do. It
Laura,
gives
do
me
you have a
heartburn.
brand?
I do it that way.
Just Peter Pan
Yeah.
Hey,
always.
James.
It's
Too
Okay.
sweet.
It is sweet. You're exactly
Yeah.
right. It's sweet, and I didn't realize how sweet it was until I ran out because I'd been. What the thing is I'll wake up in the middle of the night and want to eat something sweet, right? And so I'd be like,
Yeah.
Twinkies or fucking cake or what the fuck ever, which is completely
Moist
bad for
cake.
you. Yeah, and so I've been replacing that with a spoon of peanut butter, right?
Ah,
And-
better for
Yeah.
you.
And then I ran out one night and I was like, oh, I've got this other like Kroger brand, or it's like your local grocery store brand.
Yeah.
And I
Just
James.
peanut
ate
butter.
that, and it wasn't as sweet, and it wasn't hitting the same. And I was like, this will not do. So I made sure the next
This
time I
will
went to
not
the grocery
do.
store, yeah, I bought Peter Pan. It added sugar, and I don't mind. Like, it's good.
So you guys, you know that stuff that has like, what is it called? Like, it's got the grape and the peanut butter together. What was that stuff?
Oh, goobers.
Goobers. That's it. Oh my god! I remember being a kid
Everyone knows what it is.
and bugging my
Yeah.
mother, like, "Could we get that?" She would be like, "No, no." And then like, we had it. Like, oh, my kids wanted it, and we had it, and it is so nasty and disgusting.
Yep.
I was like, I can't
That's why
believe
she
that.
didn't want to buy it.
Yes, and I
Right.
can't believe like I wanted that crap, and it is so
Same.
friggin' nasty.
Because it
I was
looks
like that
good.
too.
Yeah, because it
But
looks cool.
lies.
Well, yeah, it was
Yeah.
cool because it was striped. You know, you had the grape jelly and then the peanut
Yeah.
butter. And it
Yeah,
was- my mother
You can
wouldn't
still
buy
buy
it
it.
either.
in Kaboom, the
Kaboom.
the cereal Kaboom.
Yeah.
We were like, "Can we please get this?" She's like, "No." Yeah,
I love that.
and my mother
We
did
got-
talk like that too, by the way.
That was like one of those WIC friendly cereals, so I got to know that one really well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Quick. Women, infant, children.
Yeah, it's really
Oh,
good.
man.
I mean, it's like probably by to like most standard, it might be a little bland, but I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah,
Steph.
Wick used to get enough peanut butter and milk to last your lifetime on that program.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With cheese too. Yeah, that was the main staples.
Yep.
That's so funny.
I remember getting that when my son was a baby, and I was like, what am I gonna do with like 400 pounds of peanut butter?
No kidding, right?
Jeez.
Stalks of peanut butter.
And then also with the cereal, you were only allowed so many ounces of cereal, but the boxes
Yeah,
never
and you-
matched up with the amount that you were allowed.
Right. But you could get the
So how do you
baby
break it
cereal,
down?
or you could get like Life cereal, or
Oh my God.
the stuff that like
all the
the
stuff that
really
was
crappy
crap.
Rice Krispies.
Yeah.
The crappy Rice Krispies, the ones that don't, they taste like you're eating a cardboard box.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
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 I
There's no
love
taste to 'em.
my like best cereal of all time is Cinnamon Life. In my opinion, I think it's the best cereal ever.
Yeah, that's good. I like that stuff. I
Mm,
like the
like-
mini frosted wheats. Those are good too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too.
yeah.
Cute.
Cute.
Good.
They're
They're
cute.
Actually,
cute.
Oh, how cute.
You know
The
the
mini ones.
you know the big it's not frosted wheats, but the shredded wheat, the
Right.
big ones that come in the paper, and then
Yeah.
you put peanut butter on them actually, and then you do it in the milk. Oh, it's so good. That's actually really good.
Huh.
Give it a try.
No, and I didn't care for them. I always considered that old
Those,
people
those
cereal.
giant
That's
frosted
good.
mini wheats are not cute. Because they
Oh, I
either
like
go soggy
those.
on the sides really quick, and then the middle is hard as like it's nasty.
Yeah, eat it
Nope.
really
There's no
fast.
You gotta
Yeah.
cut them in half. Yeah, you gotta cut them in half.
They're like
and then-
half drowned and half dry.
Yeah.
Do they still make those?
They're no
They're
good.
like
No,
that long.
Good
Like,
question. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They do make them. I don't
I have
know
no idea.
because we get the little ones.
yeah
I
the,
could like
the
those.
bite-sized ones.
Yeah,
mini
It's
those are
interesting
cute.
stuff. Stuff says Rice Krispies are golden grams with hot chocolate milk instead of, or hot chocolate instead of milk. That's cool.
Oh,
Man, I used
geez.
to
Wouldn't
love
do
Golden
that.
Grams, but
That
they
sounds
shred
Me
like
too.
a
I used-
the roof of
holiday
your mouth.
thing.
It's like corn pops. They shred the roof of your mouth and like those. What was that? What are those honeycombs? They shred them in
Yeah.
that and
Yeah.
Captain
With the
Crunch.
bear.
Captain Crunch, dude.
Oh, yeah, but it's
Captain Crunch
good.
is lethal.
Yeah, and you wait though. You like to like you take out all the other things and eat the berries at last, but like then you're like, oh man, the roof of my mouth is shredded.
Yeah.
It looks like a cave inside there with like stalactites.
Like,
Yeah.
Stalactites.
like peanut butter
Great way to
crunch
start.
wasn't like that though. Peanut butter crunch were
Right.
they were like little balls. They
Right.
weren't shaped,
Yes, I
like-
remember
yeah.
those. Those were
Yeah,
so
then
good.
Reese's came out with that. Reese's.
Yeah, the
uh,
Reese's Puffs. The Reese's
Yeah.
Puff
Yeah.
cereal.
That was pretty good.
They were pretty rich. There was a lot of sugar.
Right.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
Cookie
Well-
Crisp.
They were pretty.
Cookie Crisp.
Oh, God.
Oreo O's. Yeah, remember the Oreo
Mhm.
cereal? I don't think they
Yeah.
make
Yeah, I remember those,
Yeah.
Jimmy.
They were good.
I still like the Rice Krispie treat cereal. That reminds me of middle school.
Yeah.
Oh, I never had
Because it
that.
was literally Rice Krispie treats and milk, and that was the unhealthiest
it.
shit you could eat in middle
Yeah,
school.
sugar upon sugar.
Yeah. Good
Yeah,
times.
Golden Grams used to be good.
Yeah, I enjoyed Golden Grams, but that's another one you had to eat quick because
Oh,
once it
Golden
got soggy, it
Grams.
was disgusting.
Yeah, it got slimy. Like,
Snacks.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sugar
I was
snacks.
I was thinking about that too. There was the Golden Crisp,
Yeah.
which was
Right.
the one, but it was called something else. It used to be called something different, like I want to say in the like 70s, it was something else. It was Golden Crisp when I was a kid,
Mhm.
and there was like the bear was called. When I was a kid, he was called Sugar Bear.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
Sugar
right,
Smacks.
Bear.
Yeah, they called it. Was it? No, they didn't call it Sugar Crisp. I don't know,
Yeah,
but they
I-
changed its name at some point, and then
Yeah,
but-
dude, you're
Yeah.
right. Because
But
they couldn't
that
have the
bear
word
was-
sugar in it.
Right. That
Yeah.
that bear was called something else. Like
Honey
See,
bear,
I-
honey smacks, honey smacks. No.
well, so Honey Smacks had the frog. That's what.
yeah, that's
what,
right. Okay, yeah,
I was
yeah.
talking
All
about.
right. Hey, we got Google.
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
We
have
got
to look this
we
stuff
got
up.
Giggle.
Look it up.
Sugar.
Yeah, I just saw like this the other day. It
Sugar
was like
crisps, super golden
commercial.
crisps. That's what Wiz
Yeah,
is
remember
saying.
all those old
Crisps.
commercials we saw before Beetlejuice, Jimmy? Remember that? That was cool.
Sugar
yeah.
bear.
Theater.
Golden crisp. So you were right, Jimmy. Golden
Yeah,
crisp.
Golden
Golden
Yeah, but it was
crisps.
called some. Was it called
Super
something
golden
else?
crisps by Post. That's what it says. Super golden crisp.
Hmm.
Super sugar
Yeah.
crisp.
And the bear was Sugar Bear.
So it was
Yeah.
called
Yep, you're
Sugar
right.
Crisp.
And he's
So-
wearing
Yeah,
a
it's-
turtleneck, a blue turtleneck sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Wiz. Wiz nailed it.
And dude,
Okay.
remember the box was golden?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I didn't like that cereal.
Oh, I love it.
And
Because
funny
the
It's it's puffed rice.
Yeah, remember
My
the
dad loved
that always
it.
remind me of
Oh, no,
bugs.
it's puffed wheat. Sorry.
Yeah, puffed wheat.
Yeah, that shit was
Bill,
good.
you liked grape nuts, didn't you?
I was gonna
No.
just say that.
Oh,
Doesn't Jimmy have a thing for
My
grape
brother
nuts?
liked grape nuts, but I always was like,
Box of rocks. That's what I called it.
it's too
Yeah,
healthy.
that's what it is. Neither grape nor
Chewing on
nut.
gravel.
It's
Yeah, it's
exactly
like
right.
chewing rocks. Cat litter.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Cat
yeah.
litter.
Oh,
Reminds me of
I'll
like
never touch it
Little
again.
Rascals when he puts the cat litter in the girl's sandwich.
Oh God. Oh fuck. The worst thing ever.
Mm.
Mm.
Trying to eat grape nuts.
Wiz
Yeah,
goes
grape-
edible cat litter.
Spanky. Spanky was
Grape nuts was
naughty.
one of those that like it just never ends.
Yeah.
It's like it just keeps on going and going. It's like
Yeah.
I'm never gonna reach the bottom of this bowl.
Yeah, you can never gauge how much
The
you should
bottom of
put
the
in
box.
your bowl.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, this box is so tiny. I'm gonna be done with this soon. And then you're like, wait a minute, I put too little in my bowl. And then you're like, I'm gonna put more. And then you're like, I shouldn't have put this much
Yeah.
crap in my bowl.
Right.
And then
Yeah,
2
your
months
jaw's
stale
killing ya.
later.
Yeah, you're like, I don't want to ever eat this again.
Right.
I'm gonna get some sugar crisp.
In the in the 90s, it was like this thing about like eat it hot. So
Oh,
every morning, my mom would like instead of oatmeal, she was giving me that shit, and
Oh,
Did
like
it
it was just
make a difference
it.
if it
Well, it
was
doesn't make a
warm?
rock anymore.
I mean,
Did it
I guess
help?
it was a little softer, but not much.
Oh,
like
okay.
yeah, it was still like I said, it's like when am I gonna get to the end of this?
Yeah.
you'll eat it.
Do you guys like the cream of wheat or
I
shred?
love
or,
cream of wheat. I was just
cocoa wheats.
No.
Not a fan of cocoa
No.
wheats, but cream of wheat, the way my grandma made it was so good,
yeah, I love cream of
and
wheat.
Yeah.
I'll never have it that way again. You know,
Oh,
What did she do to it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Secret ingredient.
Yeah.
What's the
It's
secret
delicious.
ingredient?
She made it with love.
That's what I
Yeah.
tell. Yep, love.
That's
what
like
it was.
my great grandma's sugar cookies. You can't remake those.
Right.
Yep.
It's a lost
She
art,
also-
man.
She also made like the best lemon meringue pie.
Oh, that sounds
Oh.
good.
Well,
That's
I
why
bet it
it's
was the
important.
best cream of wheat on earth, man.
I'm saying, well, that's why it's important when you're a kid, you pay attention because you never know.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I
Right.
made cream of wheat for my daughter last week because she was like, I don't like cream of wheat, and I was like, here, let me make it for you. So I made it for her, and she was like, oh, Dad, this is really good because the way I make it for her. So she likes cream of wheat now. So yeah.
So I know.
Nice.
And it was the kind that was just the plain, nothing in it, and like
Right.
I did it with sugar, yes,
Yeah.
but you have to.
Absolutely.
There's a certain way to do it, and yeah, she loved it. So now she likes cream of wheat.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there was a mixture of butter and sugar and maybe perhaps some cinnamon involved
Brown
with
sugar
whatever.
in it.
No, I just
Really
did. I just of course the water, but I did milk and just sugar and some love. That's it.
Oh,
Yep. There's no butter. I should actually next time I should do some butter. That'd probably be
Yeah.
really awesome.
So it's
I bet
kind of like
brown
making
sugar would be
grits.
good.
I like
Yeah,
grits.
grits is good. I like cheese grits. I'll take
Actually,
like
Cheese grits.
Yeah, that sounds
I've
good.
never had grits.
I'll just take a spoonful of cheese whiz and drop it in there.
I
Yeah.
haven't had cream of wheat either.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I've never eaten
Oh.
that. I tried cocoa wheats. I don't like the texture, but I've
They have
never
a-
had cream of wheat.
They make a
I've never
rice
had
cream of
Spam.
wheat. Well, cream of
Oh,
rice.
you ain't missing anything. Ooh.
Just
What,
saying,
Spam?
just things that I haven't had
Spam.
before. Or fried
Yeah.
bologna. I haven't had fried bologna.
Oh,
Oh, you
fried
gotta
bologna.
do fried bologna.
Yeah. fried
Okay.
bologna. With
Take your word
mustard.
for it.
Yeah, that's right.
With
Mustard
Yes.
on rye bread.
Somebody was in my stream talking about fried bologna the other day, and I was like, that sounds good. And I was like, I don't have any bologna.
It's so friggin' good,
Oh.
dude.
I haven't had
It
it since
is.
I was a kid.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Especially
was
good when
the
it
best
when
thing
it
ever.
starts to make a little bowl of grease. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fill that bowl up with some mustard and put it on the bread. Oh,
Ye-
it's so good. My kids are like, ew. And I'm like, it's just a flat hot dog. That's all it is.
Right.
Oh, it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
They
best.
say that's hot dog pancake.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting back to that grits, but Cracker Barrel, there's a restaurant. I don't know if you guys have Cracker Barrels near you, but they make
I
killer
don't.
grits, man. Oh, they're so good.
Nice. Didn't we go there, Jimmy? Was it Cracker
We did.
Oh, Barrel?
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
That was the
I'm
first
saying
didn't
you
try
missed
the
out on
grits, though.
grits.
I
We didn't have
know.
the grits.
Should have done that.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about it, Cracker Barrel, and it's the southern way they do it in the South is the cornbread
Oh.
because they don't add sugar to their cornbread in the South.
Hmm.
It's very
Oh.
bland.
Right.
It's not bland. It's like a salty cornbread, and I don't care for it.
Oh.
Like up here in the north,
Yeah.
we have like sugary cornbread, and I
Right.
like it that way better. But
Almost
but
like
everything
cake.
else, yeah, ours is more like cake. But yeah,
Mhm.
it's like everything at Cracker Barrel, man, is wicked good. So good.
I'll just get their biscuits. I think
Me
they
too,
started
dude. The
serving
biscuits are
rolls.
so awesome. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, KFC has good biscuits.
Yep, love those.
Popeyes does too, but I think KFC's are better than Popeyes.
Yeah.
Even though they're way more crumbly and fall apart, but I kind of like that.
Yeah, me
I
too.
like it when my food fights me back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to work for it. Yeah,
We're not
Unless
going
it's
in.
later.
yeah, exactly.
Get later.
Kicking you from the inside out.
Yeah,
That would be Taco Bell.
Or
Yeah.
a Burger King.
Time for fighting.
Janice said Raisin Bran. I like Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran. Yeah.
I used to
Bran
like when it was
Crunch.
called Crispy Wheats and Raisins. It was
Whoa.
like a raisin bran, but the wheats, the flakes were, I don't know, maybe they shellacked them. Who the hell knows? But they stood up better in the milk than regular raisin bran. But they don't
You
make it
sound like
anymore.
Clark Griswold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was-
probably
yeah.
wasn't half sawdust.
Osmotic.
You know?
Yeah, it's not osmotic, but it's permeates. The milk doesn't just permeate. Yeah.
permeates.
Yeah.
I liked Raisin Nut Brand, which is like
yeah,
these-
that's good too. With like the almond shreds or flakes in there and stuff. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So it was like raisins, but they were like covered in some sort of like coating.
like yogurt almost.
It was more. I think it was nuts.
Oh,
Fingers
Yeah.
looking
Yeah, they're like
Yeah, it was
bulky with like
like a
Uh-huh.
nut
Yeah.
cluster with a raisin in the middle.
yes,
Right.
that's exactly
Right.
right.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
like my
Eggs and
favorite
grits.
raisin cereal growing up.
She wants to know if we tried eggs and grits.
Yep, totally.
You put them
Yeah.
right over the top.
Yep, love it.
You gotta have either like an over easy or sunny side up egg when you're doing that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
know what
also
I'm gonna-
like corned
Yeah.
beef hash, man. Corned
Me
beef
too,
hash is
dude.
the
Oh,
same
me
way.
I haven't
too.
had that.
Me too.
Yeah.
You haven't had that, Carla?
No,
What do you?
I have
What the
not.
hell do you people eat out there?
Yeah, what's
Elk.
going on, man?
Elk. I mean, elk's
I
good.
love corned
but I
beef
mean, you know,
hash.
Yeah, I haven't had that. No,
Yeah.
now we're
mean-
gonna have to send her a care package.
I don't
I
know.
know.
Maybe it was just my parents or something, but yeah, I don't know. I had fruity pebbles and fish sticks.
Oh, wow.
Fish sticks.
Yeah, you
wild.
know, that was like breakfast, dinner, fish sticks. I hate fish
Ooh.
sticks. I like a
Yeah.
good fish and chips, though.
Oh, Steph, pastrami hash. Yeah, that's the bomb.
I'd try
So
that.
you guys out there call it fish and chips?
Yeah.
We call them fish fries here.
Oh, okay. There's a pub here in Butte that makes really good fish and chips. Holy crap, it's the best I've had. That guy knows
Yeah,
what
we
he's
should
doing.
Find a good place.
He's Irish.
Pastrami hash. That sounds good.
Oh, fresh pastrami is great. You know where you can get that,
Hey.
Bill? Panowitz.
Oh yeah. Yep.
What
he
is
makes all of
hash?
his own. He makes all of his own deli meats, and the pastrami is.
It's corned beef. It's
Right.
and with like little tiny cubed potatoes.
Mhm.
So the corned beef is like ground
hash
up.
browns?
No. It is ground up with the corned
Okay.
beef, and then it's like fried, pan fried, like
Okay.
and like
Like an iron skillet, man.
yeah,
It
and like
sounds good.
yeah, and like
Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
it is. It's wicked good.
It's very
It's
good.
like,
Yeah,
it
you
doesn't
put eggs
look
over it.
very delicious, but it is.
A lot of people say
Hmm.
it looks like dog food or like cat food, but I freaking love it, man. You gotta have
Okay.
put like eggs on
I'll
top
have
of
to
it.
try it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Eggs
I
and
put my eggs on
toast.
top of it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, toast. Let me ask you guys. People think I'm weird. Like a lot of people do it. A lot of people like think you're insane. Scrambled eggs and ketchup on your scrambled eggs.
Yeah, that's the way I do it.
I
Yeah,
don't
me
do
too.
ketchup. I don't do ketchup.
Unless
Yeah,
I'm
ketchup.
making them like special, where I like kind of go a little extra.
Usually
Yeah,
it's
like if
salsa
I
and
have-
cheese.
I have two
My
ways
son will
that I
do
do
it,
my
but not
scrambled
me.
egg.
Yeah, like
Like I
Jimmy. Like if I put like cheese or something, I won't do the ketchup or something. But like yeah, salt, pepper, and ketchup like on my scrambled eggs. That's totally.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll have them plain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I'm just doing the egg, like just straight up egg in the skillet, only butter on the bottom, and then I'll cook them up that way. I'll put ketchup on that. But
Yeah.
I also do scrambled eggs where I'll like take 4 of them, and then I throw in like if I can find creme fraiche, I'll use that. But if I can't, I'll just use sour cream. I'll throw that in there, and then I put like a shit ton of butter in it. And then your eggs, they don't come out looking dry. They come out looking a lot more moist. And I won't put, you put salt and pepper in that. And I don't put ketchup on it that way.
Yeah.
But then there's another way I'll do it too, which is similar, but I'll throw like a half a packet of the cheese powder from Mac and Cheese in there
Oh wow.
Oh,
and do that. Yeah, man. And then I'll put ketchup on that. That's good.
So you have 4 eggs? For
If
breakfast?
it depends on how I'm cooking them. Yeah. Because if I cook them the way I told you, like the more elaborate way,
Yeah.
I can kill those. But if I do like if I just do 2 straight to the pan, that's enough for me when it comes to like that for some reason.
Oh,
But
gotcha.
whenever I add more stuff to it, I want more eggs. I don't know.
Yeah, 3's good for me. Like, but I think even sometimes 3, I'm still like a little hungry. But like 2, forget about. I gotta have like 3.
Yeah.
I use 3 when I make omelets.
Yeah,
Mhm.
3 when I do an omelet. 2 is not enough. No way.
And see,
Yeah, you gotta-
I don't put milk in my omelet batter
Me either.
Yeah, I just straight up egg.
Nope.
Yeah, I use water when I scramble my eggs too, because they come out fluffier. So
Mm.
I don't use
Yeah.
milk.
I like a flat iron, or like an iron skillet, or not
Yeah.
iron skillet, but an electric skillet. Like if I want to make an omelet, I prefer a completely flat surface to cook
Yep.
it on, and then That way you can fold it up easier on a flat surface rather than in a pan. You can get like 2 or 3 folds on your omelet, so it's almost like the egg becomes a tortilla. You're
Oh,
making
cool.
a
Yeah, I know what
burrito.
you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because he's working with a bigger surface. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, I take it and I use a pan and then I flip it in the pan,
We've
and then
entered
and
we've
then I
entered the-
put the stuff in and then fold it over.
We've entered the food portion of the
Yes.
Yes,
The food
of the
portion.
we
live.
do that at the end.
Yeah, that's the
It
default.
makes everybody hungry. Everybody
That's what I
runs
do
to the
is I
kitchen
add,
after they get off with us.
I know.
Like, oh, that's some really good ideas.
I make the omelets and I send the pictures to Bill.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. That's
Nice.
torture.
Right. I like chicken omelets. See, that's
Did I-
something to me. Like, I like chicken as the meat in my omelet, man.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
I mean, ham
Yeah, I've
and
never done
bacon and sausage is all good and everything, but like if you do chicken and salsa and like Velveeta, I like Velveeta in my omelets because it melts better and it just tastes really good.
Yeah.
I don't like to use shredded cheese so much, but like yeah, you eat some chicken, some salsa, and some Velveeta, man. That's a good omelet.
Nice.
But I
nice.
also like to I'll saute onions and green peppers in the pan first, and then I put my
Yeah.
eggs on that.
Right.
Yeah. And then that
Yummy.
becomes part of the egg that you.
James, yes, we like ghosts, but do you like eggs?
Do you like eggs? I like to put fresh scallions in mine. I guess it gives that nice spring taste.
Seltzer water to eggs fluffiness.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. We don't ever have that here, but like I should,
Yeah, because
I use water to make them fluffier.
That's a good
Just
idea.
milk will flatten them, but yeah.
Well, thanks for hanging with us, Jethro. We really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Jethro, thanks.
So, James, yes, does anyone like ghosts? I like ghost guys. Yes, we do.
It's open mic, but yes.
Those are pretty cool.
We didn't get to that part yet, but all right.
Yeah, should we in the third hour of your program, Laura?
Yeah, we're already in the third hour, so yeah, if you want.
Yeah. 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right.
Yeah,
My
we're
question
third
is,
hour.
Jimmy, see that we're going to talk about ghosts. Do you plan on doing any investigations or another documentary, or what's on the agenda for Mr. Jimmy?
So my focus, as far as like a production goes, is to the. It'll be the debunking thing. So what I'm doing right now, Mariah from The Occult Life and I are collaborating for. She's drawing the art for me for
Right.
what's to come. I've developed this character called Uncle Junk,
Right.
and he will be a part of it as well. So it's the idea is here's a video with the video in question, and then I give the points as to like what how fake it is or whatever, and then Uncle Junk will always forever be like devil's advocate. You know what I mean? No matter what, even if I like, and so then I'll like recreate. That's the other part of it is whatever video is in question. I have to be able to recreate what they're doing, and it will be. I don't want to say it's like a cartoon, but kind of, because it's like I'm having these animated versions of me and Uncle Junk drawn up by Mariah.
Right.
And like I have this whole like story as to like how why Uncle Junk is around. Uncle Junk is a ghost on the Ghost Quest channel. On the Drum Blanket channel, he's a hillbilly and gets into a lot of trouble. But
Yeah.
I might bring some of that aspect. Right. I'll bring some of that aspect to it over on the
Right.
other thing too. But yeah, it's I'm thinking about I'd like to do, if I'm going to do something with YouTube and make videos, and I know that people that are used to my videos are used to, I did the documentary, like that took a lot of time and it took you know, I don't want to take too much time on this, but I do want to kind of make a production out of it.
Right.
And then do it that way. And, you know, and I'm not going to be doing necessarily relevant debunks as in like, oh, this video came out this week and I'm going to debunk it or whatever. I'm not going to necessarily do stuff like that.
Right.
It could be a video that came out in 2009. It doesn't matter to me. You know, it's just the idea of, can I teach people how this works, and can I teach people something? And so one of the things I like to refer to whatever it is I'm doing, because I don't have a name for it yet, but it's like paranormal Sesame Street.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, Steph
And
goes,
that's
Uncle
probably-
Junk, what's in your trunk? What's in your junk drawer?
Definitely got a couple of screwdrivers, got a box of matches. And there's at least a pound of liquor in there somewhere.
At least. Miss Carla, what's on the agenda for you as far as paranormal and ghosts go?
Oh, you want what? Investigating?
What are your
videos
plans?
in mind? There's some ghost
All
towns
of
that
the
I'm going to be
above.
checking out pretty soon. Elkhorn Ghost Town, I'm going to go back up there. I want to see if I want to do some filming of the cemetery up above the ghost town. I haven't been to it in a while, so that's the first one I'm going to go to. And then I'm going to be doing some educational videos for people. Not like his Sesame
Nice.
Street, but this is going to be like kind of bad teacher.
Fun.
What?
Bitch.
Yeah.
You naughty vixen, you. Okay.
You wanna
Wait now, a
you wanna
minute.
see a secret? Guess what I got? And Jimmy,
What?
this book came from one of the Goodwills in southern Indiana.
Oh, yeah?
There's a little sneaky peek.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Ghost hunting.
for dummies. Ghost hunting for dummies. I can't wait.
Oh,
But
that's fun.
I'm gonna be making some fun videos with that book.
Yeah, that sounds
So-
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I have
cool.
a parody coming up too that I'm working on, but I'm not gonna give any hints to that one because it's gonna be funny.
Cool. Can you
Just
give us
some
some
fun
hints on
stuff.
that?
I'm getting away from the serious shit, just doing some fun things. So
Yeah.
But yeah.
Can
let's
you get back to the serious stuff?
yeah.
yeah.
That book was like, I was like, do they really have a ghost hunting for dummies book?
Oh,
this
they got
shit
something
It's
for everybody. Dummy
hilarious.
book.
Like, it talks about odd behavior of your pets, unusual smells, movement of objects. I'm like, come on, Zach. How to start conducting an investigation, classifying ghostly voices, experimenting with EVPs. I mean, this guy's got, but we're gonna go over some terms and shit, and that it's just gonna be used as a prop, but it's gonna be pretty funny.
Question. So, is it? I know that's a dummies book. Is it on a serious note when it talks about that stuff in it, or is it?
I mean, the guy,
making fun?
Zach Bagans, I mean, he thinks he's being, I mean, I'm sure he's got some serious stuff in here.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I'm sure he was serious about the whole thing.
This
Well, I don't
one,
know. I'm
chapter
just wondering, 'cause
15,
I don't know about.
says,
Yeah, he's just it's helping the illiterate figure out how, you know,
by following
how to be
okay,
the next Zach Bagans.
authenticating the ghosts. Yeah, this is, I mean, he's got even like little chapter tippies on here that says connecting paranormal events to a real person or event.
Okay.
Using
James
land
just said
deeds
it all.
and newspapers and maps to conduct historical research.
There you
It's just
go.
hilarious. It's just funny to read. So it's
All you
like
need to
they really
know.
do
Yeah,
have a
James.
ghost hunting for dummies book
Gotcha.
Here it is.
by Zach
Yeah.
Bagans.
Yeah, James says if Zach wrote the book, then I wrote the key of Solomon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You
it's
summed it all up
gonna
right
be
there.
in my videos for fun, you guys. It's
Yeah, they
it's
said it was
pretty- and I
ghost
got
written
it
by
for
Zach. You're right.
dude. I didn't pay for shipping, and it all went to charity, and I only paid about $6 for it.
Oh, you paid too much.
I paid too much.
they saw you coming, right?
We got another
Yeah, well.
one.
That's cool.
Ship it out. Okay, Mr. Bill, what's going on with you in the next few months, few days, few minutes?
Well, yeah. So, as you know, I'm trying to get a video out every week, and so the next one I'll do either Saturday or Sunday, and that's going to be that Dakota bed removal. But yeah, it's been getting this Dodge Dakota resurrected and on the road, and then getting pretty much all these will it start four-wheelers and motorcycles. And to be honest with you, I kind of walk outside and I go, besides working on this Dodge Dakota, I there's valleys and hills of like, all right, in between this project, what am I going to interject on the channel with continuity in between there, so that the continuity matches up. Sometimes I start editing and I go, okay, so in the last video, I worked on this, and I'm going, crap, no, I didn't. How am I going to fix this? So
Right.
I'm to the point now where I don't even give a crap what I say, because I know that the chances of somebody watching that last video, they're not going to go, no. The only people that I know religiously watch is Laura and my wife. So they're the only ones that are going to go, no, Bill, that's not what happened in your last video.
Right.
So-
Right. We caught it. We caught it.
Yeah, so I don't even care anymore. I'm like, so I know that this new video that's coming out, I'm going to go, so in the last video, I moved the truck, and no, that's not what happened in my last video. So, but I don't care. So, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on in my world.
That's so good.
Is body work, actually. And
Oh,
I'm gonna be painting, like, shooting the paint on the box and stuff like that with this in this next month, in the month of May. So, but who
Right.
knows when that video will actually come out? But that's what I'll be doing. So how about I don't know if Jimmy answered this question, but how about you, Laura? What are you going to be doing besides interviewing?
Well, I'm hoping to get some filming in. So if it dries out here, you and I can go out and
Yeah.
check out some of these other cemeteries that we wanted to check out. I have a spoof video that I've got to do filming for that.
Mhm.
That I'm doing together with Jeff and Dana and Bill. And
Nice.
so we're hoping to get that
Fun.
squeezed in once the waterworks stop here.
Yeah.
And then, the usual, working on the magazine, getting out some good stories for everybody. I got some pretty good ones that I put in this
Yeah.
time around. Pretty interesting ones. I think everybody's going to be excited to read. Actually, based on true stories, which kind of flipped me out. So it was they had to go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the same old, trying to catch some EVPs and hoping that Bill will come out with a bloopers reel. We would really like that.
Oh, fun.
A
Yeah.
video a week is a lot of work, Bill.
Yeah.
I'm
It
I'm
is.
sitting in this chair a lot. If I'm not sitting in this chair, I'm outside filming
Yeah.
and swapping out a battery swapping out an SD card. Then I'm eating, and then I'm like, my wife, I got a great wife who like looks at me. I sit in my chair, I eat dinner, and then like I pick up my stuff and I just look at her, I smile at her, she smiles at me, and I head downstairs into my studio here. She like I don't even say like, okay. She doesn't say, where you going? She just smiles and she knows where I'm going. I'm going into here to like edit, and yeah, like it's just like a vicious cycle. But I tell you what, anybody, and I'm not going to get into like any like negativity, but anybody who suffers from like depression or anything like that, which I am a sort of like a negative personality when it comes to that. This is what keeps me going, like in my daily stuff. If I didn't have like my YouTube channel, I told my wife this, like it really is what keeps me going. Like my children do, my wife does, but if I didn't have something to do and occupy my time, what really like helps me is like something to look forward to, like editing. I enjoy it. I hate making thumbnails, but I do love editing and doing that stuff. So I really look forward to the content making and stuff like that,
Yeah.
even though like my numbers suffer and like, okay, I want to see my numbers grow.
It'll change. That's good,
But-
Bill.
But thank God for like something that a person enjoys. So my advice to anybody that is maybe struggling with that sort of thing, just find something that you enjoy and try to like stick with it and get out there and do it, you know?
Yeah.
Good advice.
There are some
Good advice.
there are some tools that might be able to help you. You know, like a lot of it has to do with it's title, thumbnail, and hook. Those are the three things that really
Mm-hmm.
make a video or break the video. You know, your
Yeah.
tags do matter to a degree. That's true.
Mhm.
But and your SEO matters as well. Like, you know, are you using the same words in your description that you're using in your title and stuff like that? But there's this program called vidIQ, and it's free, and it can help you a lot with your titles and your tags and stuff.
Okay.
When it comes to like thumbnails, I know I also don't like doing that
Yeah.
until the thumbnail starts looking cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's easy ways to format that stuff. I mean, I don't know what program you're using to make your thumbnails with, but you know, if you kind of like, you know, you have your colorful background or whatever, faces on the cover always seem to get clicks, and you know, 2 or 3 gripping words on the thumbnail, you know, that are emotionally like that make you want to click on it. And ChatGPT can help you with that too. And ChatGPT is free.
I just started using that. Yep.
Yeah, it can
Yep.
help a lot. It can help a lot. And you don't, you know, that's the thing. Once you like really start learning how ChatGPT responds and works, because it does remember you and the things that you've talked about.
Yeah,
and
the
stuff.
algorithm, yeah.
Yeah. Now there's certain prompts that it has to like start from scratch every time that you do it, but a lot of times, you know, like like I use it for thumbnail stuff in my thumbnails too, like you know, with the Uncle Junk stuff, like he stole my beans. It's like, what the hell is he talking about? You know, and you know, it's like it's random, yeah, and it helps a lot. And you can. I've found that like if you ask it for 5 examples, it's really good. But once you go past 5, it starts kind of like losing quality. So that might be something to help as well. Like just keep in mind to like, you know, do bursts of 5 and see what it does. And if you like something, then use it. And if you like a little bit of this and a little bit of that, put them together, tell it that you like that, and that will also help it in the future.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great tips.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I just like 2 weeks ago started using it, and I really dig it. So
Yeah, it's a helpful tool.
yeah. So
I'm gonna have to check that out. So thanks, guys, for hanging out with us for almost 4 hours. Wow. I hope
Yeah, go
everybody
us.
enjoyed the random chat that we had just thrown out here. Thank you, Jimmy, for joining us. We really
Yeah.
appreciate it. We love our Jimmy.
Thanks. I love you too.
And Bill's always here, so we don't need to thank Bill.
yeah, I'm nobody.
You're not nobody.
We love it when Bill's on. We always have a good time, and
Yeah.
you know, it's the same with Carla. We're a team, we're a group, you know, so we go together. We're a package deal, put it that way.
Yep.
Um,
We're all accessories.
Actually,
That's me,
me and
just so you
Carla
know,
will be
Carla. That
on.
supercharged Carla.
Yeah. Carla and I will be on again a Sunday, Mother's Day. We're going to do a chick chat for Mother's Day.
We'll do some funny.
Yeah, something will
You
come
better.
up and we'll see what kind of
Oh,
trouble
we
we can
will.
get into. If not, then we can still always bring Bill on and make fun of Bill, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that'll go over well. Him again.
Right, what the heck? Anybody's always welcome, guys. You know that.
Mhm.
Thanks for your support. Please, you know, subscribe to everybody's channel. Hit the like button if you would. It's free. And if you'd like to support my channel, the link is at the top of the chat, and I appreciate it. Everything goes back into the channel. And until next time, everybody, remember to live life a little bit on the raw side. Everybody have a great night.
Bye, you guys.